That's Dalitha. I am Travis. It is Monday. That means it's time for football and wrestling.
And it is the first wrestling gab
Of the year.
Of the year of 2023 and the first WWE Raw. Yeah! How are you guys doing out there? Hopefully you guys had a fun and safe New Year. If you partied, if you had to work today, I'm so sorry. That sucks, but sometimes that's how it works out for people.
Nobody parties on New Year.
Nobody parties on New Year.
Well, we used to go to the bar and watch football games all day.
Yeah, and?
But it looks like they're already starting it out and drink a little bit, but like we'd be hungover from the night before, obviously.
Well, that's terrible. Ooh, they're starting it out already with some dude we don't even know who he is.
He's just a guy that works the camera.
Oh, the security people and camera guys. That's not very nice. Anyways, Walter's in the chat for a second, but also said he'll be back later at 9 p.m. Dunkel? Is it Dunkel or like uncle, but with a D? Dunkel? Sup, guys? Hi!
Oh,
if you are new,
it's going to be tonight.
Thank you for hanging out with us tonight.
This is the best segment of the year.
Is that it, Travis? Yeah. The best segment!
This is Kevin Owens' best entrance of the year.
Luna's in the chat. Hey, Luna, this is happy 2023, everyone. The new year is finally here. 22 is gone for the greater good. Dunkel says Cody returns tonight. Yeah, you know what? We were talking about what would be their thing tonight for Monday Night Raw, and that's exactly what we both thought.
Cody.
Film is also in the chat. Says hello to your Travis. What up? Big hugs, big heart. Not much film. How are you doing? And Robbie says Monday Night Raw. I think he had a problem. Did you have a stroke in the middle of your chatting? Gothfleshy is in the chat. Hey, Gothfleshy, give us the fireworks. Boom, boom, boom. Film's like Happy New Year. James is like the Miz's biggest fan right here.
Oh,
nice,
yeah.
James. Dunkel says, yes, fantastic, I got it right. Robbie's like, D, don't hide your beautiful face behind the screen.
Well, she wanted the table moved over this way.
Well, you can move it back, I guess.
Careful, not herniating yourself.
I'm not going to hernia myself. Why would I do that? Is that better? Can you see my ugly mug now? I'll move my chair a little bit there. All right. Sophie's like, Happy New Year. Robbie's like, Happy New Year. And Harley is in the chat, says, what up? Happy New Year's, everyone. Hey, Harley, Happy New Year to you. Hopefully you guys had a great weekend, a good beginning start to your new year. Hopefully if you made any resolutions, you got them all set, wrote them down, and you're going to try to follow them as best you can. You know what? And if you do not, all you have to do is try again. Resolutions do not mean you have to start at the beginning of the year, my friends. You can start those goals or resolutions at any time.
Start in the present moment.
Yep.
Because that's all that's real. Oh. Kevin's coming down.
He's going to punch him in the face. Roar.
Postman Pierce is going to stop him?
Who's yelling at him?
Postman Pierce.
Why does he have a microphone as he's yelling?
I don't know, but he almost sounds like Vince with that, like, that extra groggly voice.
Ooh, he's letting him get away with shit. Now he ain't gonna. Oh, no. Shit's changing, huh?
What are they going to do? Suspend him.
Boo! Adam Pearce is going to be fired and murdered in the parking lot later. Just kidding.
They're going to do it peacefully. I have a feeling it's not going to be so peaceful.
I don't think they're going to be able to.
Yeah,
I think the Enforcer's
going
to do stuff, and then they're going to run away, and they're going to run amok through the whole backstage stuff. He's like, let me show you my glutes. I mean, my abs. Oh, wait, I don't have any.
He's showing his ass off, all right.
Ripping off his t-shirt and whatnot.
Take your shirt off. Let me see your glutes. Kevin Owens going in.
Very tight. Like made for almost a smaller head than mine. There, that's better. I think I found the spot where it won't fall off my head when I talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Martha's in the chat. Martha.
Hey, Martha.
Good to see you back from Chicago. So about time I was already 622 all year long. Please, 23, be a better one. It is what we make it, my friends. It is what we make it.
They're bringing in some wrestlers to try to break this up.
Oh, this is working out well for him. Benjamin, Mustafa, Cedric, the Street Profits, and AJ's cronies. Oh, by the way, everybody, AJ has a broken ankle.
Not sprained, it's broken.
He doesn't have a sprained ankle. He has a broken ankle, meaning he can't just walk it off.
What kind of match are they going to have?
Oh, good. They're
Each
having
one
a
of
match tonight for each one of them. I hope
So will
it's
it be
a
a
singles
s-
match for all of them.
I hope it's a tag team match. And then a singles for Sokola. And then hopefully it's singles for
Sammy, and then a tag team for
the
those
Uso
two.
Penitentiary.
The bros, the ones, whatever they are. Film says also Summer Rae is on Raw tonight to backstage as well.
Nothing wrong with her. Maybe she'll come out with Fandango.
Oh, they brought her back? What the
Uh,
fuck? Ugh, gag. Rob is like, yeah,
people
I
in
can
the
see
back
your
wanna
mug
get
now,
lucky.
D.
I heard she was pretty,
Loose.
like a long neck is.
She liked to get on her knees a lot.
I don't know about
Is that why Triple H brought her back? Not surprising.
It's all about the game.
I'm pretty sure
and
he
then
likes
play.
to
Hey,
stick his
it's
dick out a lot.
Esther's starting out 2022.
Do respect Byron. She ain't a victim.
Oh, good.
A relationship is far beyond repair. Oh, she can't blame her crazy parts. Robbie says, yeah, I can see your mug now. Oh, you poor thing. I better go hide it again. Sophie says, we are on the road to the Rumble. James.
We were on the road to WrestleMania.
The road to the road. James says, can you believe it's 23 years ago? It was the new millennium.
Yeah. I remember that
whatever.
night very
That was
well.
like 5 years ago.
I was locked in a bathroom with a girl.
Ew.
Actually, there was 5 of us in there.
In the bathroom?
Yeah.
That sounds creepy.
It was fun.
In a bathroom? Locked in there?
It was fun as fuck,
Were
actually.
you guys waiting for the world to end?
No.
You're like, this is our bunker, everybody. I hope somebody brought snacks.
We were at a party, and Colby almost got in a fight with a kid. And so I took him into the bathroom, and then we got kind of stuck in the bathroom for a while. But we got out. It all worked out. We didn't have to beat up everybody at the house.
That's good. Films like a love bliss in his armpits. Yay. Sophie says, rip to Barbara Walters and one of the Pointer sisters.
Oh, Pointer Sister died?
That's sad. Films like here comes all the wrestlers backstage are all fighting the bloodline. Was like D with the sound advice. Films like I'm ready for some new memes in 2023. And James says Anthony Joshua has a broken ankle.
What?
Oh, you know what? It's
He
because
always-
he's not used to footwork.
He's trying to get out of fighting again. Wrestling. He's trying to get out of... Well, that's some shit. I didn't read that.
So he's not used to footwork. He's been working on his footwork and he broke his ankle. Sorry.
He's like, you know, in some of those ankle breaks, you have to get surgeries and all sorts of shit. Up next, that's the championship match is up next.
There's a championship match?
Holy shit.
I didn't know there was a championship match.
told
Who's the
you
championship
Bliss
match? What's
was
happening?
Wrestling Esther.
Oh, that's
And Cody is
right.
wrestling Fury, but this is the
Who's wrestling Esther?
Blister.
Oh.
Blister and Esther.
Yeah, she ain't winning.
Why are you predicting what happened last year? You're going everything off last year. This is a new year. We could have a new champion from day
Okay,
one.
if they do, then it'd be the same thing that they kind of did with Charlotte beating Ronda Rousey, so it'd be kind of
Except for Esther's had the title for like almost a year.
Robbie's like Summer Rae, barf faces, and then puking himself. Film's like, here's EST. Robbie's like, hello, D, you're a natural beauty. Natural barf face. Harley's like, next month will be 30 years since Monday Night Raw aired live. Dude, it's only been like 10. Don't lie.
It's been a couple weekends.
Robbie's like, D, where is Sound FX tonight? What the fuck? Robbie's like, oh, broke his ankle? Wow. Oh, the sound effects. My God, dude. He's like... It's like one stuff that they talked about. What is it, in the 90s? 20 years ago? Ebonics? Is that what that is?
Ebonics.
Where you just, like,
Yeah,
pronounce everything how you think it sounds?
that's me.
Or spell it how you think it sounds? James says, right, I am off. See you all later.
All right, boss. We appreciate you hanging out with us.
Thanks for hanging out with us, letting us know about Anthony Joshua and his broken ankle. Also, that you are Mrs. Biggest fan. That is fabulous.
Well, come back and join us. We like hanging out with you.
Yeah. Don't be a stranger.
I'm very upset about this Anthony Joshua situation.
It just doesn't surprise me any. I feel like he just needs to go and stop being a boxer. You know what I mean?
He's like one of the top 5 in the world.
I understand, but I just feel like nothing's happening for him.
I don't see anything about a broken ankle. They posted his fight plans.
Oh, no.
He's going to fight in April, in the summer, and then in the autumn.
Oh, maybe he meant AJ Styles.
Oh, yeah. No.
Did you mean AJ? Oh, you left. Anyways, James, did you mean AJ? Yes, AJ Styles does have a broken ankle. I'm guessing that's who you meant. I'm thinking Anthony Joshua, who's the actual boxer. That's a real person, too.
Yeah, he's got some fights coming up, though. That looks cool. I'm super excited about that. And those will all be on DAZN for free, except for the third one. He either wants to fight Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder. That's going to be the biggest fight of the year, whoever that is.
Yes. Robbie's like, D, never happy that I take the time to hang out. Oh my God, Robbie, stop. Why are we dinging?
Street Profits, yes! Solo Sikoa versus Kevin Owens is sick.
That would be good. Do that one. That one would be good.
Street Profits versus the Usos.
Which we've seen multiple times. I don't want it to be you and Solo. I don't want it, and I don't want it to be Kevin Owens and Sammy again. I just don't want to see it.
That's dumb. Solo beats him. He just beats Sheamus.
Okay, no. Well, I already hate it.
I love that Ford's getting jacked. Look at him. He's as big as Elias. And Kevin. That's
so they're doing 3-on-3.
Yeah.
I don't like that either.
Let's do it a lumberjack match. Let's do it a lumberjack match then.
Yeah, why didn't they make the 3-on-3 a lumberjack match?
Right.
But nobody would be on the Usos side.
Is there a Dame back there? Oh, no, that's Dolph.
Yeah, it's a girl.
It's like, there's a Dame back there? No.
There's a girl. She's all in it. She's like, what's happening?
I guessed wrong.
Let's see. Ravi's like, D never happy. Joshua is a bozo. Can't stand him. He's just got props. Vindicator says, help me out, Dalitha. What year is it? 1944.
If you ain't know, now
kind
you
of
know.
feels like the same old Raw. How's it going,
Hey.
Travis?
I don't know who that is. I thought that was Kid Rock for a second that gained some weight.
His name is Hardy.
Matt Hardy.
He has like some music called The Mockingbird and the Crow. He likes to talk about birds, I guess. Oh, it's Bliss. That's why he's doing the weird stuff. Mm-hmm. For Bliss.
Well, at first it looked like it was for the doll. Because she hadn't come out yet.
Oh. Let's see. Vindicator in the chat wanting to know how it's going. Travis.
Whoop, whoop.
Rally's in the chat as well. Hey, Rally. Good to see you tonight. Says hi to Latho Travis. Who's broke their ankle? AJ Styles has broke his ankle. He said on Twitter. Yes, he did. Quick question. Where do you think Nick Aldis, free agent, will go? Impact, WWE, AEW?
I was just thinking about this. So where does he end up where he can be good? Because in the WWE, where do they put him?
Ooh.
I feel like they could put him right at the top, and it adds another guy at the top, above
Right.
Karrion Kross, those guys, up there with Seth. If they pan over here, look in the back. See it?
The doll?
See her?
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people didn't see that. Anyways, but I think in AEW he is one of those guys that can be their next world champion. The only problem is they were going to put all their eggs in one basket with MJF.
Oh, right.
And so that's going to hurt their company. Even though I like MJF, I just feel like there's other guys that are better. Like Nick Aldis, I'd rather see champion because he's a better wrestler than MJF.
Right.
Not better on the mic.
Right.
I don't know about NWA if they can keep him or if they're going out of business or what they're doing. And Impact would be a fine place. Maybe him and Moose could have a big, long year rivalry or something. So, but, I mean, obviously I'd like to see him in WWF and see how he does here.
Right. Give him a chance. See if he can do anything.
Because he's that guy. He could be that guy that they don't have. He's a Cody Rhodes type. All right, Esther's out there.
Cat doing something, maybe? Robbie says Raw will always be the same old shite. Then, and Raleigh says Hope Bliss wins title tonight, but that would be a shock if she does. Do you agree?
Yeah, that's not
a little bit of shock, yeah. Bob's like, do you gotta be used to rinse and repeat by now? Film says New Year's, new armpits, worship them. Yay. Raleigh says, hi, Ravi. Hi, Film Nation. Vindicator says, true that, Ravi. Happy New Year in the UK, too. Raleigh says, hi, Vin. Film's like, let's go. Woo! Hello, Raleigh. And Ravi says, happy New Year, Vin. Film's like, what time is it? Ladies.
Blister time. She's in her hometown. Now, in the old days with Vince, he might have her lose.
Yeah.
He likes to have them lose in their hometown.
That's true. Harley says, I was pretty bummed out that the Michigan Wolverines lost to Texas Christian University this past Saturday.
I got pretty upset about that one,
Yeah,
too.
that one was kind of like...
And then I was super pissed that Ohio State won, so I turned it off in the third quarter.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no way I'm watching this shit.
So he turned it to like New Year's Eve stuff. And then later on, Sunday, later, he tells me, he goes, hey, did you know that Georgia came back and won that game?
Georgia won the
game. I
game.
was like, no shit. He's like, yeah, they came back and won it. I was like, see, you just had to not watch it, you jerk.
That's what it all boils down to. Look at that. They're just making Bliss into a joke.
Yeah, Robert warning in the chat. Hey, Robert, films like it's armpit time. Harley says, I was pretty bummed. Oh, I read that. Let's see. Dunkel is back in the chat says, it's Bliss Fit time. Ernest Bell is in the chat says, hey, hey. And Robert says, hey, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Robert. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight.
WWE Raw is trending #1 in America.
Lies. Dunkel says, Bliss doing fiend hand gestures.
Yeah.
She's doing all kinds of weird stuff. Not being Bliss.
Was that a hit? She missed her by at least a foot. Ouch. That was a botch.
Are you talking about when she like swung out of the...
or threw a punch at her.
Oh. I thought when she slid out of the ring, her botch there too. She couldn't slide all the way. Ryan says Bliss was a joke for a long time. Robert says no problem. Always good to see y'all. Nice to see you too, Robert. Glad to see you out there. Hopefully you had a fun and safe New Year's weekend. I don't know if you had to work today, but if you didn't, that's fantastic. If you did, I'm sorry you didn't have an extra day off. And on the other side of the world, we're watching the Rose Bowl that's on here. Penn State versus Utah, which is really weird.
Right. So USC was really good this year.
Okay.
They were ranked #4. They were going to be in that bowl, in the series that we just watched.
Really?
And Utah beat them in the last game of the season.
What the fuck?
And so they went to the Rose Bowl, and I don't even know what happened to USC.
That's
but they didn't make it to the tournament. They got
Whoa.
It ruined their whole season.
That's crazy.
And Utah didn't just beat them. They beat them. It was like 42-20 something.
Huh. Wow.
They put a boot in their ass.
Robert says I just got off work a minute ago. Well, dang, man. You got off work a minute ago and came in and hung out with us? That's nice. Thank you. Rowley says, I'll be amazed if Bliss wins this. I hope so. Mix it up. Get a shock on Raw. Make better show better, bit boring. Bianca champ forever, my opinion. Watching NFL and you guys. Bills versus the Bengals.
What channel's that on?
Yeah, Raleigh, what channel is it on in the UK?
Well, I mean, what network's carrying? Is it ABC or something?
Probably. Ravi says Bliss looking like Paramore reject. Robert says my whole body is sore. I'm okay though. What the fuck? Why is your body sore? What'd you do to yourself?
Oh, it's next. Or am I just not watching? Is this not where I'm at?
You're there.
So it's next.
Mm-hmm.
So how's he watching?
I don't know. But there's only like 2 minutes left in the fourth, and maybe it starts at 6:30.
Does. But
Well, they supposedly have a post game, but I don't think so.
yeah, they'll go right to the NFL. The NFL is more important. That's why I don't understand. What if this game went to overtime?
Films like Sampitem. Dunkel says, I'm tired of the stigma that just because you go to New Japan that you are automatically 10 times better. Just because you learned new arm flips. Looking at you, Sasha. Although the rumors are ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry to inform New Japan, and I feel bad for him. Hopefully she's only there for a little bit because she's a big fat quitter. She will quit. If she doesn't get her way, she'll quit. That's just how she always is. That's how she has been. She's done it with WWE multiple times. Not because she was fired for a storyline. She literally quit multiple times from WWE. And I think it's
a new
bullshit.
year, so we got new forgivings.
Nope, I never.
And
Nope,
moving
she's
on.
dumb, and I don't like her. And she will never
So we don't
be
worry about
a
what
good
happened
wrestler.
before this year.
Film says Bliss is sexy, beautiful, should become the new WWE Raw Women's Hairy Armpit Champion. Probably not in any of those fashions. Champion or hairy or otherwise. Robert says, well, it's a long story.
We got the two best quarterbacks
I
in the
guess
NFL playing tonight, though.
I guess it depends, Robert, if you want to type out a long story to us. I wouldn't mind hearing
Bliss
it.
kicked her right in the side of the ass.
In her ass? Whose ass? She hit
Bliss?
Bianca's ass?
Yeah.
God damn, that'd probably be hard as fuck. She's been working out. She's finally gotten soft a little bit. You can tell after she did all that
She carb loaded.
stuff.
She ate some spaghetti.
No, I meant like, you know how she worked out
Yeah,
so
I
much
know
and
what you're
got
talking
really ripped? You can see she finally stopped doing that because it's really bad for your body. Well, a woman's
good for her.
body, it's really bad
When
for
she
them.
thickens out, she's gonna.
But
look
I'm
fantastic.
so glad that she's like gotten that softer look to her again, because she looks a lot better when she's a little bit softer.
Yeah.
I hope she keeps up a lot of the other
Whoa!
muscular
Esther
stuff she
flips
has going
over,
on.
Up onto the second rope, tells her to kiss her ass.
Always tell him to kiss everybody's ass.
Bliss is like, I want to kiss that ass.
Never says, oh, excuse
Whoa.
me, goodness. Bianca had bad physique, but I just remember noticing, I was like, damn, she's got washboard abs. And I thought it was like really weird. And then we
Yeah.
saw her for that competition. I was like, oh, that makes a lot of sense why she looks so
She might have just hurt
muscular.
her left shoulder. Hopefully, it's not dislocated.
Oh, no, it's probably broken.
Bad move.
Raleigh says, it's on Channel 5 in the UK, streamed via ESPN every Monday in the UK.
Yeah.
Nice. Film says, let's go, Bliss, I love you. And Harley says, do you guys have a favorite hockey team, or do you not watch hockey at all?
So I used to, and my favorite is Colorado Avalanche.
I
started watching right when they went to Colorado. They were like Montreal or something before that. Anyways, yeah, Patrick Wall was their goalie. I had a buddy that worked at a call center, and so every time somebody would have the last name R-O-Y, which is Roy in America, he would say Wah.
That's funny.
He'd call him Wah.
Because they don't say
that's
their
how in
R's.
Canada.
Oh my goodness.
Patrick Wah.
That's not cool. That's
Patrick Raw
hilarious.
or Roy. That's a weird name. That's not his name. Esther doesn't have the power to get her up and over. Bliss is so light, though. There she goes.
Raleigh says, do you think we see these wrestlers in Rumble? Chelsea Green, Matt Cardona, Eric Young, Naomi?
Not Naomi, but the other ones, yes. Naomi is going to be in Japan with Sasha right now, and I don't know what she's going to be doing afterwards. But I would rather not see Naomi.
Ever again.
So I'm just going to say no. But if she showed up, I wouldn't be surprised.
Right. Maybe she'll have knee pads on, too.
That'll be the entrance for her.
Robbie says, do people watch Bliss for the love of wrestling?
They watch it for the love of women's wrestling, yes.
Dunkel says, isn't it weird that Vince retired after Sasha walk out? That's like super weird. You can find coincidences everywhere.
Right.
Raleigh says, loving the sound
Barbara
effects. Travis
Walters
funny.
died after Sasha Banks left.
Oh my God, that bitch.
So
Sasha Banks killed Barbara Walters.
Her walking out led directly to
Barbara Walters dying.
with a little bit of roundabout into Barbara Walters.
That bitch. What's your cat
Utah,
doing?
look at that. All the way down to the 5. I don't know why you asked me questions.
I'm just wondering what he's doing.
He's probably in the milk. There's a milk bag out there that he fell in love with.
A milk bag?
Yeah, you got little chocolate milks in it, but you've been taking them out, but the bag's still out there. Well, that sounds like a Albertson sack.
I think there's
Oh,
one
wait
in
for
the-
that
in the
DDT.
bedroom.
That would have ended this.
I just didn't want him in the bathroom eating toilet paper.
Right, that's a sack. There it is. Vertical suplex. Bam, drops her
Superhuman
down.
power.
Blister's in trouble.
Oh no, in trouble.
Esther's back's hurting too.
Raleigh says this is quite a long match, isn't it? Come on, Sister Abigail. 1, 2, 3, new champs. Sorry, dreaming again.
Yeah.
Harley says they used to be the Quebec Nordics to move the Colorado to become the Colorado
Quebec, that's what it is.
Avalanche, and had one of the biggest rivalries with the Detroit Red Wings in the late 90s.
Yes, and a friend of mine was a fan of theirs, and then I had another friend that was a Blackhawks fan who also hated Detroit, so we kind of both hated that friend, but it was just in hockey.
Why would
And
you
the
hate
only
that
reason I
friend?
even paid attention to hockey is because I had NHL 94 on the Sega Genesis, and we played it all the time. We even made our own players up.
That's funny. Film says, but I have respect for both these ladies. I love them very much, including their, pits, as well as New Year pits. And
Our
to
best
worship
player
them.
was our center. He was our captain, and his name was Chaim Wackenoff.
Who wouldn't name their characters that?
Chaim Wackenoff.
There's so many.
He was a Russian.
Sophie's like, hi, I'm back.
That's
hey,
it,
Sophie,
Mark.
glad you're back.
Oh, boy, just gets that shoulder up. I couldn't believe she got her shoulder up.
How could she? I don't understand. I'm just kidding. Film's like, I miss Sasha. Well, you can watch her in New Japan.
You're going to see
Raleigh
her on
says-
the 4th. Stay up Wednesday night. Well, wherever you're at.
Raleigh says, hi, Sophie. Happy New Year. Dunkel says literally like 5 celebrities died this weekend. There were quite a few people
Just
who
celebrities
passed away.
is passing out. It's
Sophie-
all Bliss's, or not Bliss's fault, but
Sasha
Sasha's
Banks'
fault.
fault. Sophie says AJ Styles
Whoa,
injured.
oh,
He
God.
will be out for a while. Yeah, Sophie, we know. It wasn't a sprain. It
Bliss
was
is
a
all bloody.
break.
Bliss is bloody.
Bliss has a bloody nose. That's her nose that's been redone a couple times, so kind of scary. They bleed easily. We know because of Charlotte. Yeah, Sophie, AJ broke his ankle. He
Broken.
got a broken ankle instead of it just being a sprain. Can't walk a break off. Vindicator says maybe Bliss just isn't capable of putting forth a great one-on-one match anymore.
I need to take these 2 buttons off.
Seems like the fart and the burp.
Yeah, just open it and I can take those out and put it back
Seems
together.
like physically she's aged 10 years before her eye is so much slower and more sloppy.
Yeah, who's this? Bliss?
Bliss.
Yeah, and she's soft. That's what it is, guys. It's when it boils down, she doesn't work out anymore.
So what happened is that she met a man. And then she decided to marry that man. A man! And then she married that man. And what happens to women when they get with somebody and they settle down? Their bodies start going, ew! You know what we're going to do? We're going to hibernate and have babies. And so you have to work extra, extra hard not to become that. But I don't think she gives a fuck.
Yeah,
She does have something wrong with her. Like, Luke and I have talked about this before. She does have some kind of, like, either an immune compromising or some kind of weird thing. Liv has it too. They, like, kind of have about the same type of thing that makes it hard for them to, like, keep muscle on their bodies and stuff. And I guess she dealt with it when she was before she started wrestling. When she did the stuff that Bianca just did.
Fitness models.
The fitness model stuff. I guess she had a hard time with it then. She had to work extra, extra hard to keep the muscle on her body. So, I mean, there's something different, you know. I don't really think it's anything to do with, like, her diet or anything like that. Whatever. But it has something to do with some other physical stuff that she has going on. I don't have privy enough to her life. I don't care enough about her to know any more about her. It's conversations that Luke and I have had about it in the past is all. So he says this match is kind of boring. Naomi is also rumored for New Japan, and good, she can stay there and ruin their lives. Film says, let's go Bliss. Vindicator says Bliss was trained by Moxley over the weekend to bleed on command. Film says, wait, AJ Styles got injured? When did he get injured off or TV or on TV? House show.
Last week off TV on a house show.
Yeah, they kind of made it out like he sprained his ankle, but it came about that he actually broke his ankle. No surgery though, and probably not really a cast. So that means he probably has like a walking cast, and he's probably going to be out for about 6 to 8 weeks, depending.
68 weeks.
6-2-8 weeks. That's why I paused.
How do you spell that too?
T-O. Sophie says, I feel
We're
bad
back.
for the club now with AJ out and one of the Good Brothers is in New Japan. Dunkel says exactly Bliss got married. It went downhill. They gained 15 pounds or more, depending on how happy they are. Harley says, did AJ Styles break his ankle by doing too much high flying? I don't know, Harley.
I would assume so. He was on the outside of the ring on the floor.
Oh.
That's all I know is where
he was at during the time that it happened. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly why or how he did, but, it did happen, so.
Shot him in the ankle.
Just put him down. He's like a horse. Dunkel says either body dysmorphia or eating disorder. Sad. Sophie says Bliss got boring after they messed her up with the Wyatt thing and Wyatt Fiend gimmick. And Vindicator says Bliss probably won't have children until the beginning of 24.
Oh, that's a chew. I thought that said alcohol.
No, it's a chew, like sneezing.
Also need to get rid of that one. Oh, that's burp, not burpee. Those are explanation points. Not eyes. So the whole bottom row is just garbage.
Yes, sometimes. Sophie says about that Bliss getting boring after they messed her up. The throwing up one.
Yeah.
So when they did change her character to this instead of the goddess, the reason why it messed her up is it basically made it so she can't use her words.
Right, yeah.
She has to act like a 12-year-old instead of an adult woman. And she used to be able to be a bitch or not. And she could give it as good as she got. And you could totally see that when she had to have that little talking promo fiasco thing with Charlotte.
And Charlotte ate her up.
And Charlotte literally ate her up 5 times, regurgitated her, spit her out, ate her again, and spit her out 5 more times. And Bliss had to just sit there and take it because her fucking character can't say anything because she has to talk like this in her stupid doll.
Catfight.
She's like a fucking 12-year-old. It totally handicaps her in more than one way. She's already handicapped for her physicality. Now she's going to be handicapped for other stuff.
Who's this guy?
He's Uncle Howdy, but in a different mask. And it's not really him, but he's just wearing the mask. She's distracted. That's why she's going to lose.
Is that Cody?
Film says Bliss is the greatest. His arms aren't big enough. Film says Bliss is the greatest, and Chris is in the chat. Hey, Chris, good to see you tonight, man. Hey, Travis and D. Rally says AJ Styles got sent flying over the top rope by Finn Balor at a house show on Thursday. He went well high.
That's a different person.
Landed on his ankle. Speedy recovery to AJ. It's not the same one. He's got dark hair. The other guy had blonde.
That's what I said. It's a different guy.
That's weird.
This looks like Daniel Bryan. Tiny.
Is there another one?
Uh-oh,
oh, she got
she's
shined in the eyeballs. Oh, there it is. All the stupid shit's happening. Film's like, okay, thanks for the update on what happened to AJ Styles. Thank you. Chris says, yeah, if Bliss was her bitch gimmick, she would have destroyed Charlotte.
Yep.
Or at least kept her own. She could have kept up.
So obviously, she just got disqualified. Fuck. That's dumb.
Of course. Raleigh says, you're welcome, Film. And Chris says, Uncle Harper. Uncle Howdy.
Uncle Harper.
Uncle Harper instead of Uncle Howdy. Uncle Howdy wannabe in the audience.
Anyways, Penn State just won the Rose Bowl. The Tournament of Roses, whatever you want to call it. That's not what it's called, but sounds good.
The Rose Bowl. And they've already started the Bills and Bengals game.
Yeah.
Somebody's already broken.
I didn't realize how skinny Bliss has got. She's even skinnier than she was.
Look
just
how
a month
tiny
ago.
her legs are.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
She has no muscle tone in her legs whatsoever. And her legs are so skinny and no muscle tone that she has that weird thigh gap thing going on a little bit. And it's disgusting.
Yeah, she's lost quite a bit.
She looks gross. Like on another scale of gross, like toothpick, disgusting. Like she is not.
Well, I haven't heard a bell yet.
Well, the referee got knocked out.
Right. So she's just leaving, so there's not going to be an end to the match?
I don't know, but the referee's like right here. He got knocked out of the thing earlier.
That's fine, but the match can't be over until they ring the bell, right?
Yeah. Nope. You don't
Oh,
need to
she's
go
coming
over
back.
There you go. Hey. Psst. Leopold, no. Leopold.
Hey.
She came back to be mean to her some more. Good for her. Riley says, what happened? DQ, Travis Deletha not watching.
Yeah,
okay,
basically
so
it's a DQ, but the referee is knocked out, so there's
no
been a
ring
bell
bell.
yet.
The ref can't stop the match because nothing happened. Another ref is down there, which he could stop the match and ring the bell, but they haven't rung the bell yet to end the match.
Go away. Smack. Smack. Oh, they're going to have to take Belair out on a...
She's going out on a stretcher tonight. Oh, no,
I'm
the
just
medics
going to
are
end
there.
my stopwatch because they obviously don't care.
Yeah, because the match was over a while
I'll
ago.
just put 19 plus.
Right? Question mark. Exclamation point. Plus exclamation point. Question mark. Question mark. Question mark.
Okay.
Give me your paw.
Okay. Give me paw.
Okay. It's so funny. Like his eyes right there. He's looking so much more Siamese lately. Well, his face got a
Look
little
how
bit
dark
longer.
he's getting.
I noticed that the other day. Dark like his mom.
Yep.
I wonder what all the other babies look like. All of his siblings from his litter.
Don't know.
It'd be kind of cool to know what they all look like. To like do a comparison to see like which one's got what. You know what I mean? Let's see. That's
Anyways,
what happened,
we're in a commercial
Raleigh.
break,
We're in a
and
commercial
we have
break
an
now.
NFL game on, and there was a touchdown thrown.
Yeah. So Raleigh, basically what happened is there was this Uncle Howdy. There was a guy in the audience with a Uncle Howdy mask, but it really wasn't his mask. There was two guys, and they made her like all weird. And then the Firefly thing popped on the screen, and she got all crazy. And then she did something. Did she hit the ref or something? She got disqualified by hitting the ref, Bliss did. And then she started just beating the piss out of Bianca, threw out her the ring, beat her up some more.
A few DDTs down onto the stairs.
Hi, buddy. And stuff, and all that good jazz. Yeah, you're a good boy. Hi. Hi. How you doing? Bye, Leopold.
I'm going to go cause trouble out here because you guys aren't fun.
You won't let me do anything. So they never rang the bell to end the match or anything like that. Bliss was going to leave, then came back and beat Bianca up some more. And then one ref came out to check on the ref that got knocked out. Then went over to check on Bianca. They brought the stretcher down, and then they had the medics over there to take a look at her. So we'll see what goes from there. As Film says, oh, damn, Bliss, chill, girl, damn. Wow, almost killed Bianca. Don't do that. As Raleigh said, Bliss is a 5-foot of fury. She's tiny. Okay, so she was tiny, but she was thick before. Now she's just tiny and frail looking. It's gross.
Yeah, she looks like an older lady, like she's in her 50s.
Philip says Bianca's pits are looking sexy. Grossness. Valley says, okay, DQ, protect both women so no one goes over, get it. Guessing another match at Rumble, Bianca versus Bliss title match. Do you agree, T? Delete that?
I'm okay with anything.
Sure. Who knows what'll happen. Vindicator says, so that match fell apart into nothingness just to set up a rematch. Lame. Yeah, supposedly it's to, like, make Bliss go back to her weird-ass character from before, right? And then she's gonna carry around her doll, and her doll's gonna talk and fucking crap. It's gonna be dumb as fuck. Hassan is in the chat. Hey, Hassan. Good to see you tonight. Hi there, guys. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, too, Hassan. Hopefully you had a good New Year's. Safe and all that good stuff. Raleigh says, okay, thanks, Travis, for update. Film says, not a bad women's match. I'm going to put it safe 7.4 out of 10.
I'm going to say it's the best women's match this year. I'm going to go out on a limb and just put it out there.
Raleigh says, I noticed that about Bliss. She's well skinny, too skinny. Yeah, she's continuously got that way, and it's kind of scary, actually. It's kind of wonder what's going on with her.
Only on the USA Network.
Films like 1010. Bliss and Bianca. Their beautiful armpits and stuff.
You'll see. She attacks the referee right here.
Oh no, her brain noggin with all the worms in there.
It's a fantasy that we've all had at least at one point, you know.
Worms in your head? Or attacking a ref?
Having Bliss attack you.
Oh. Films like Bianca is still your WWE Women's Champion. Yep, she sure is.
Yeah, she's holding on to that title.
It's a good thing she helped push that chair over because Bliss couldn't get her over there with the power that she has. She's like, okay, I'm going to smack you. Here, I'm going to smack your back. You ready? Make sure you put your blood capsule in. Oh, God, I got my blood capsule in just in time.
What are you doing? Oh, it's kayfabe. Give away secrets.
Hassan says, I did enjoy the fireworks on NBC, and it was awesome. Oh, that's fantastic,
That is way
Hassan.
cool.
Raleigh says, some people think Bliss is crap and can't wrestle. I totally disagree. The thoughts, chat, Talitha, Travis. I think she's okay, like Twisted Bliss and that Code Red. She does awesome.
Oh, Ford came out and helped her out.
Okay.
He keeps touching her boobs. Weird.
She doesn't really have
because she doesn't
boobs.
have any, so it's fine. But if she had big boobs, it would look all weird if he was all like...
Right?
And that's what he was doing. I'm not being me.
He's like, here.
He's all getting up in there.
Let me touch your chest.
I need to help you up. Here, hold on.
What? Can
Like
I push
Dana
you up
Brooke.
with your boobs?
It's like Dana Brooke.
You got it wrong, kid. Anyways, Raleigh has a question.
Oh, good.
Because I asked it, but then you didn't listen. So here we go again. Some people think Bliss is crap and can't wrestle.
That's an opinion.
I totally disagree. Thoughts, chat, Dalitha, Travis. I think she's okay, like Twisted Bliss and that Code Red. She does awesome.
Yeah, she's got moves, but I just don't like what's happening to her appearance.
Yeah, her appearance
And
is
I feel
kind
like
of scary.
appearance is important.
And her character development of where it's going, again, I don't think it really helps her. I think it's more of a hindrance. With
she would
that
be better
said,
as a talk show host, like she used to
Raleigh,
have, and it would be better.
I think her wrestling is also taking a hit because when you don't have the muscle mass to be able to do the moves, you mess up. One, she did make a blunder in this. She tried to do a baseball slide, couldn't get to the end of the ropes. She doesn't jump very well anymore like she used to because when you don't have muscle mass, you can't do those kind of moves. She can't flip people around without taking her time, pausing a lot before she does it, and then trying to do it. The people she wrestles also have to make up for that, and so they have to literally throw themselves. So then it looks kind of botchy and very, how would you say, irky-jerky. But that's just my observations of watching it, so. That is bad for a kid.
Not too bad.
And I'm basing it off of what she used to look like when she was the goddess. Because I did get to watch her when she was, like, very well physique. She was a little bit thicker, more muscular. You could tell the way she moved was a lot better. And she didn't have such a hard time doing the moves. That's it. For me, on my end. Elias is going to be going up against Solo Sequoia tonight, guys. It looks like it might be happening now.
Sokoa.
Riley says Dana Brooke was moaning on Twitter yesterday that she wants to get a chance to show what she can do. Look like a message to WWE, to be honest. It could be. But the problem of it is she's a Vince girl. She's not a Triple H girl. And probably the only way she's going to get anywhere is to get on her knees for Triple H. I feel like that's it. I feel like that's why he pushes the girls he pushes.
Inappropriate gab for 2023.
I feel like he's done inappropriate things. I would not be surprised. He's probably just as guilty. And I feel like Tegan Knox is probably one of those. Raleigh says, thanks for answering. Sophie says, Wrestle Kingdom is doing a feature contracted talent for WWE, and I think Impact.
Yeah, I don't know. I do know that there's going to... I mean, Shinsuke Nakamura wrestle. Who's the other one? The Good Brother.
Yeah, he's there.
Anderson.
Mm-hmm. Vindicator says Rollins is right about titles. And Theory and now Spawn are making those titles unwatchable. Barf.
Oh, whatever.
Oh, stop, Vin. Film says, all right, let's go, Elias. Sophie says, I wonder what the main event of tonight's show is going to be. Dunkel says, yeah, Bliss doesn't land on her stomach anymore. She has to bend her knees to break the fall. Raleigh says, this doll psycho weirdo gimmick is crap.
It's cringe,
No one wants to see that. Bring back Goddess. Sophie says, Sasha Banks is a Triple H girl and she hasn't come back to the WWE.
She's trouble. Like, why would you want to bring somebody back that would poison your locker room?
It's different when you bring
not
back
only get
garbage.
herself fired, but get somebody else fired also.
Multiples. Let's go with how many she's probably helped almost ruin their careers.
I just don't understand why you would want that on your roster. I hear people's arguments all the time, and it's like, but you do realize if you were playing for the state championship and your quarterback didn't show up, right? Or here's another one. What if somebody's breaking into your house and the cop didn't show up because his boss was mean to him earlier that day?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then so they're like, yeah, I'm just not going. And so, I mean, are you still happy with it? Are you still okay with it? I don't understand how people could like her even though she quit. Not only on you as a fan, but she quit on the roster, which they had plans. They had storylines.
Storylines and plans for when she was a champion.
They were champions.
When she was an actual just women's champion, not saying the freaking women's tag team champion. My God, she's done it twice, 3 times. One when she wasn't a champion. Fuck her. That's how I feel about it. Fuck off. Sasha Banks can go fuck off.
All right, there's the bell, guys.
I don't care
we got
anything about
Solo
her.
in there with Elias.
This is a Music City street fight, guys. So
they can fight out on the
with
floor.
Multiple weapons and stuff like that and everything. So no disqualifications.
Fact. Perfectly legal.
Perfectly legal. So if you said that. Harley says, yeah, you can definitely tell that her body is going down. She used to have a nice big thick booty. Now she doesn't really have anything on her at all. I mean, even her legs, Harley. I noticed it tonight. I was like, damn, her legs are really thin. And her arms are starting to get really, really thin and stick-like. It's kind of creepy. Like, it's more than just like, she's got something wrong with her. Like, there's something else fucking going on. And it's fucking creepy. Whether it's an eating disorder or not, I don't know. But it's just kind of creepy. She looks unhealthy. Let's put it that way. I would almost rather see her, like, get fluffy. Like, Dewdrop, or whatever her name is supposed to be.
Piper Niven.
She's
not going to get like that.
I would rather see her get fluffy than go down the road she's going down right now, is what I was saying. Dunkel says he used to watch Raw in F17 only for Bliss promos at one point. Her promos were spot on, dude. She could have ate Charlotte alive with her promos, or at least kept up. Charlotte's come from nothing and stuttering over words, not being able to do her promos, and now Charlotte's like...
Well, Charlotte realized if you get mean...
You can do it.
You've got it figured out.
So she just puts out the truths. And you guys hate it, and I think it's hilarious. Raleigh says Wrestle Kingdom looks good. 4th it starts. Is that right in Japan? Yes, the 4th rally of
Yes.
January. So
Yeah, I think it
Wed-
is.
it'd be
I don't know how that
Wednesday.
works. If it's the 4th for me, like in the AM, or
Yeah,
if
or is
it's
it the
night
3rd?
of the 4th, because it's Wednesday, whenever that is. And is it Wednesday for me, or is it Wednesday for them? Because they're like 24 hours ahead of me.
I didn't do any kind of research on that. I guess you could have researched it
Right.
and seen what time zones for everybody it would
Right.
start at.
But it starts like at midnight for where I'm at.
Vindicator says, in the past I saw Dana give more thank you messages to H than Vince, so I thought H was the one who discovered her.
And who knows? He could have.
He could have. I just never seen. She's been around for a long time, so I just figured she was a Vince girl. Because even though she may have started off in NXT, that doesn't mean that she wasn't handpicked by Vince, guys.
Oh.
Just saying.
Elias missed with that guitar.
Sophie
Throw
says-
a solo right into that drum set.
Ugh. Sophie says SmackDown got 2.5 million viewers. Vindicator says Dana did start in NXT. Raleigh says, wonder if Sasha is facing Kairi Sane Banger if that happens. I don't know if Kairi Sane, is she wrestling
yes,
in New Japan now
absolutely.
then?
She's the world champion.
Oh, good
And-
for her.
Well, she was. I don't know if she still is, but
Well, if not, still good for her. Film says, walk with Elias. Dunkel says, yeah, Triple H death has gotten blown by Bliss, Liv, Shotzi, Tegan, Candice, and Maya. Probably even Ronda. I don't know about Ronda, but...
yeah, she doesn't need to do that.
Raleigh says, Dana Brooke is on the main event every week with Tamina, not seeing both of them on Raw or SmackDown for ages.
Hey, I haven't seen main event. I didn't even know it was still on. Is that just on the network on Thursday still?
Sophie says, we don't know what free agent Triple has been talking to that Tony Khan might also be interested in. Dunkel says, I heard Kairi saying Royal Rumble. That'd be different, I guess. That could happen.
Bring her back for a minute.
Raleigh says, sad fact, Triple H has brought back 17 wrestlers. Vince raised 18 when Bo Dallas appears. Wow. You know, sad facts is he's bringing back all the riffraff and garbage heaps that they let go because of reasons. And now he's figuring
Right.
out that
I guess
they were
how
good
many of
reasons why
those-
they were let
How
go.
many of those are great and have made an impact?
Yeah.
I understand, though, what I noticed that Vince was doing, so I'm not going to take sides on this one, is that he got rid of all of his depth. There was no depth. It was like 10 guys on the roster.
Right. And that's great, but you can't make what you bring back like top notch because they're not.
And, well, he
They're
hasn't. He
fucking
hasn't
mid
put a
card and
title on
below.
anybody.
But Triple
Johnny
H is
Guevara,
pushing them,
or
trying
Johnny
to make them,
Gargano or whatever, Johnny Spaghetti, he's already lost. He lost to Amos, and he's lost a couple other matches.
as he should, because he's garbage.
To some.
He's fucking garbage.
To others, he's great. And so that's what I'm saying. He isn't pushing his guys right at the top. Solo, on the other hand, he is. But is that what Solo is? Because he's more of like
Is he
a
pushing
Vince
him to
guy.
the top, or is he pushing him as like an enforcer type of guy who can
He
like
beat
win stuff? But
Sheamus
he
the other
lost
day.
to some stuff. He's lost to.
Yeah, he's lost 2 matches.
But he usually wins because he's got people in his corner helping him and stuff like that. Every
Right.
once in a while, I think when
I like
Sammy's
that he
helped
has
him, he's
the
kind of
Samoan
one
spike
clean.
now, so he's got more of a move set.
Right.
He's not doing his dad's ass thing.
Yeah,
Thank
if he
God.
stopped doing, he kind of stopped doing that, which was nice. Vindicator says, hoping Elias gets better booking in 23. His return and revival was pointless.
Umaga was
Umaga.
his uncle,
Ah.
and he used that. So he's just using his uncle's move instead of his dad's move.
Sophie says Tony Khan isn't happy that WWE and New Japan are starting to work together. Tony Khan fucking ripped on his own toes for that crap.
Tony Khan could have a fantastic organization and chose not to.
Yep.
And so I
don't feel bad for
can't
him at all.
Feel bad for him because he had every opportunity to have a top wrestling program, and
Yep.
now he's got a cult of 700,000 fans that will die to say how great it is, and that's it.
Yep. And that's pretty sad.
And all they have to do is really step out of themselves and watch it and go, okay, never mind. But you'll get people going, oh, Wheeler Yuta's the greatest thing that we've ever seen. This is the greatest prospect. It's like, come on, dude. What are you looking for in a wrestler?
I have no idea. I haven't figured it out yet, and I've been watching it straight for 3 years, and I still haven't seen
I've
it.
not missed one Dynamite.
Let's
And
see.
at the end of the year, it was unwatchable. The last episode was okay. I liked it.
Yeah. Sophie says, and how many people has Vince released that Triple H haven't brought back yet, either because they're in AEW or somewhere else? Or
Well,
maybe they don't want to come back.
I
you
know Fish is a free agent because seen him on Twitter, and he put that he's open for appointments, and he put his email so people can pay him to do appearances, signings, or
cameo stuff and
Yeah.
whatnot. Yeah.
Yes.
So we're back, guys, from
yes,
that
we are back. They are fighting on the
advertising
stage.
break.
Look, another drum set or another drum kit if you're into the rock and roll.
And what are
lingo.
those called? Speakers and
Amplifiers.
amplifiers and stuff up there, and
You got your roadie boxes.
making sure he gets that electric guitar out of the way, because that might
shit.
hurt a little more than just getting thrown through some drums.
Plug it in.
You should whack him with that electric guitar there instead.
Oh, he threw it.
He should chuck it at him and smack him in the back with it and see what happens.
Seen it before. Hey, look, it's at Nashville. That's that same sign that they used for SummerSlam.
Yep. Vindicator says, Spawn puts me to sleep.
They recycled. They upcycled the SummerSlam sign.
Vindicator, everybody has who they like and who they don't like.
Who is
It's
that?
fine. Oh, he's Spawn puts him to sleep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's a
What's
lot
funny is that you say it puts you to sleep, but she did not come down in the regular gimmick that she does that includes her father's stuff.
New music.
She had
no
new music,
robe.
not her dad's
Ass
stuff.
hanging out.
New,
Weird.
no robe, which was her dad. She literally came down as nothing to do with Ric Flair. So maybe she finally has decided to be Charlotte instead of being her dad's shadow. Which would be okay, and it's about time
we'll
she
find
did.
out. And she's a babyface, which is weird to me. But, or
Not
she-
really a baby face,
Yeah,
though.
she'll be more of like what the Usos are, kind of.
She's
that
like a Randy
neutral-
Orton.
Yeah, Usos.
Robbie says, Raleigh, do you have a fire stick? Sophie says a lot of AEW wrestlers will appear in Wrestle Kingdom. Robbie says Solo doing bits like Tropicana OJ.
Oh.
Indicator says, my 30-minute breaks are more exciting than anything Spawn or Britt Baker has done. Only in what your opinions are, dude. And I'm pretty sure it's basically you putting Bliss pictures on your computer and jacking off to them, right?
Oh my God.
Oh, sorry, Liv. My bad. Wrong one. Wrong tiny 12-year-old girl. Liv. I meant
You're
Liv.
so gross.
Rally says Wrestle Kingdom is 2 days, right? Or I, being stupid, thought it was over a couple of nights.
Okay,
Sure it
so
is.
no, it's not.
It's not over a couple days.
It kind of is, and it's not. So
Yeah.
the second night is the 17th.
Yeah. So it's not 2 nights in a row, basically. It's 2 nights, but they're separated by a week and a half. And it's in the middle of the week for a lot of people.
For everybody, yeah.
So it
They-
doesn't really.
Okay, so they don't go by that. It's January 4th every year.
Oh, okay.
That's all. Like,
Oh,
so
that's pretty cool.
It'll
So
be
no
on
matter
a weekend.
what.
It could be on a Friday. It could be whenever. It's just the 4th.
He hit him with a banana.
Okay, who got hurt on the Bills? That's not their quarterback, is it?
I don't know, but he seems very upset of what's happening because something bad happened. Let's see what happened. D. Hamlin is who we're looking at.
The Bengals guy?
No, Bill's guy.
Okay.
D. Hamlin 3.
Oh, wow. Yeah, he knocked himself out. So he got up on his feet after that.
So he
And then
hit
he
him
stands-
kind of in the helmet,
Yeah.
got up,
See, and now he's woozy.
wobbly, fell
And now
down.
He's fine. We've all been
He
there.
probably has a little bit of a concussion.
That's scary, but I think he's fine.
He's probably okay. Still scary,
He could
though.
even be dehydrated.
True. That could happen. A big game, and you get excited, forget to drink water and stuff the
New
day
Year's
before,
was a
the
couple
New
days
Year's.
ago.
Drink a whole bunch of booze, even though they're probably not supposed to.
Oh, I'm sure he didn't drink
Anyways,
too much.
back to wrestling, because we just saw that happening.
Yeah,
The
that
Bills,
Bills guy.
coach looked very, very upset, so we were
He
just
was
kind of wondering what
distraught.
happened. I thought maybe the guy died or something. He looked so sad. No, seriously. I
Yeah.
thought something really horrific had happened.
Yeah, they love their players. And I understand it. Solo going physical right there with that belly to belly. We missed a guy like this. I haven't seen a guy like this since the Steiners. Physical and athletic.
Oh, Solo?
Yeah.
He's
I
young
really-
enough to do it, so it's actually pretty nice.
I really do like him. I don't like how they're pushing him so hard, but I really do like him.
So, question, are they pushing him towards getting any kind of championships, though?
No.
I don't feel they
well,
are,
he'll become a mid-card title.
which is okay, but I don't feel they're pushing him in that direction as much as you think. I think they're trying to push him more of like, he's
Look
an
at that
enforcer
spy
and he's a
buster.
bad man, you know what I mean? Like, he can
It's
beat
huge.
up people and take them to town and stuff like that, I guess.
Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me, Bob Dylan.
Oh,
right
missed
across
it
the
with that
top of the
one.
head.
Well, I hit him with a keyboard, a tambourine now.
Walk like an Egyptian.
Tambourine man's Egyptian walking. Sophie says
January
Vince has
9th.
released about whatever 100 talent over the past 4 years. Yeah.
Yeah, he got rid of quite a bit. A lot of it riff-raffed. Riff-raff, not riff-raffed.
Riff-raff. Harley says, wouldn't be surprised if Triple H pulled her off TV too for her to go see a doctor for her to get help.
Yeah, especially if it is an eating disorder. Because she did have one of those in high school. That's why she got boobs.
Yeah.
And she tells the story. That's why she has fake titties.
So there is a good possibility
shit.
she has
Big
gone down the
thrust kick
ED
right into
road
the
before,
throat.
which is really scary because it can happen very easily because it's a control thing. Raleigh says they don't Raw v Fire Stick. Sophie says Johnny Gargano almost went to AEW and he came back to the WWE once Triple H took over the company. Raleigh says my 23 wrestling prediction: Andrade to WWE, Miro to WWE, and
All
MJF
right.
champ all year in
Here
AEW.
comes like a weird hillbilly looking guy.
It's that Harley guy that they showed earlier for the albums.
Whack! He'd have had a better luck attacking a Ford Escort in the parking lot.
He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." Yeah, you better run,
He
little
doesn't
man.
know how to get out of a ring.
Well, he's got cowboy boots on too, so I can only imagine how fucking slick it is in there.
Elias get him from behind and win? Or
Probably.
I say no.
Oh, there's a
There's
knee.
a big knee. Elias with the guitar going up top.
Why is he taking the guitar?
Does he realize that it's just a handle?
Why is he taking a guitar with him?
The
Oh!
Samoan Spike!
The Samoan Spike
He
in
got
mid-air!
Elias, there's no way he can breathe.
Oh, God, he's probably going to die.
He's going to aspirate.
I think he's turning blue. Oh, dang it. Just being drugged by his hair. This is why you don't have long hair, guys.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Threw
on
a
the baby
piano.
On the baby grand
Oh.
piano. Oh, that poor piano.
Broke the piano.
Oh, man, that poor baby grand piano.
Solo's got it one.
Nice.
2 and 3.
Fuck. Right on top of his musical instrument of second choices.
14:26.
Dun, dun, dun. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Okay, Rally has a thing. My 2023 wrestling predictions. Andrade to WWE, Miro to WWE, and MJF champ all year in AEW. Thoughts?
Yeah, I could see all three of those happening. I definitely think MJF is going to...
He better be the champ all year in AEW. If not, it's fucking worthless that he even became a champion.
Well,
and he came back to
it's
it.
one of those things. I feel like if you're the owner, because I like MJF, but I don't
love
MJF, right? And so if I'm the owner, if I'm running things, I'm going to take the title off him when I want to. And if he goes to WWE, bye. I'm not going to put that much stock in it.
Yeah.
Because in WWE, he's not going to be anything. He's going to be what The Miz is today.
Yep.
Not what The Miz was in 2012.
No.
He's going to be what The Miz is
Right
today.
Yeah.
And so is The Miz today legit?
Worth going somewhere to be.
Right. Now, granted, he's younger, so they
Right.
could do it longer. So The Miz, as of today, for the next 15 years, is fantastic for WWE, but is it fantastic for MJF?
Right.
And is MJF going to put up with it? Now, he might if he's getting that kind of money. If
Right.
he's buying big-ass houses and big cars like The Miz.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, if he's getting $1 million a year, then he's going to be happy.
Robbie says, Ronda gay, let's get Ronda the Boomba Clark. Oh, God, gross. So he says, most of the talent Triple H brought back WWE, almost AEW bound. Robbie says, cool. Rally says, Ronda is crap. She can't even remember Royal Rumble next pay-per-view. She said SummerSlam. What the fuck?
It's all good. The
Right.
three best pay-per-views. Actually, I used to like Money in the Bank, and they got rid of it. So one of my favorite pay-per-views is now gone.
And they're putting it on another pay-per-view.
Possibly. We don't know.
As an event.
I mean, and I don't know if it's gone necessarily, but it sounds like it's going away. And I was like, I liked Money in the Bank.
Rafi's,
SummerSlam, Royal Rumble. And Royal Rumble's my favorite. WrestleMania is my second. You know, and then the other two are just in the summertime.
right. Ravi says, D, why do you care about Square? So
It's greatness. It's like Tom Brady.
So I know a lot of people don't like Charlotte, and I get why. Okay, I can't say I'm really a big fan of Charlotte. I just feel that she makes a better champion than some of these other ladies, and a lot of the reason is, one, she can wrestle. Two, she has improved in her wrestling over the years as I've seen her. I know
promos are fantastic.
the thing of it is like, guys, I've seen Charlotte grow. And not being not being in the middle of not really being a fan or being a fan of her kind of helps, because I can see the growth of what's happening. So like, I can see her growth in her wrestling and how better she's gotten, because she used to be really choppy and really, oh God,
stiff?
Oh my God, stiff. And I mentioned it multiple times.
Like a
oh my God,
stiff.
Why is she so choppy? Why is she so stiff? It's not natural. So she's gotten better in the sense of how natural her ability is, her fluidness. She's improved. Now, okay, that's what I look for. Okay. Charlotte's promos used to suck asshole. She couldn't talk her way out of a fucking paper bag. She has improved in her promos. If you go back to where she started at and to where she's at now, her improvement over that time is spectacular when it comes to stuff, because she fucking put in the work. It's not because she had handheld by her daddy, like Vindicator likes to say. Has nothing to fucking do with it. She put in the fucking work. Her daddy didn't fucking do the work for her. She put in the fucking work. She made herself relevant. She did it. And when you have a wrestler, whether it's a man or a woman, I don't give a flying fuck who it is. If they're going to put in the fucking work to be what they need to be, and she finally has become Charlotte. Not Charlotte Flair, Charlotte. Because nobody fucking calls her Flair. They call her Charlotte, the Queen. Woo. She's Charlotte. And just because she implemented things of her father throughout her career, which basically is because she loves her daddy.
He might have also trained her.
He could have trained her in some stuff. He could have done stuff with her. She might have used those things to give her dad something, because, one, her brother couldn't do it. He's dead.
David Flair wrestled for years.
So what do you do? You're your dad's only child, basically. She has no other fucking siblings. It's just her. So if you look at it that way, it makes complete sense why she would do the things that she does. That is the only reason. That basically is why you could say that I'm not really a fan of her, but that's why I care about her. Okay? Liv has been at this for years and hasn't shown any improvement. In fact, she gets worse. The more times I see her, the worse she gets. She botches again. She doesn't have fluid motions in her wrestling. She tries new moves and doesn't do good. I'm not comparing them. I'm just saying that you want to go from one spectrum to another. They say how great Liv is. She's done this. She's done that. She deserves this. She deserves that. Where's the work? Where's the improvements? Where is it? Where? Bianca, when she first started and she came up on the main roster, sucked asshole. Like, I fucking couldn't stand her. She wasn't very good at her wrestling moves. She looked like she would probably hurt people if she wasn't really careful. She's improved. Her promos were fucking garbage. Garbage. She couldn't talk.
Becky's improved, by the way. Massive improvement.
Becky is another one that's improved. You guys have to look at it from the sense, if you cannot see that the improvement is happening, then they're not putting in the fucking work correctly. You cannot just feel sorry for somebody because they fucking look cute. Fuck that. If they aren't showing improvement in what they're doing, then they aren't going to be worth anything. Shayna isn't worth anything. She doesn't show improvement. She doesn't improve on anything she does. She just does the same old shit. And somehow people want her to have different results. It's never going to change. Ronda's the same way. She might have improved a little bit this last time.
She's improved a tremendous amount. Her promos.
True. She has gotten a little bit better. Doesn't quite stumble over her words as much. Does have shit to say. And it's a little bit more relevant and mean and stuff like that.
She works the crowd better.
She does. Because she embraced being a bitch. Mm-hmm. And what helped with that was people calling her a fucking asshole cunt when she did what she did to WWE and the fucking thing and told everybody how stupid it was. She literally had to defend and be mean to people. And she found out that by doing that, she could quote unquote be herself or whatever, or just not care. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. I'm just saying that's the reasons why. And that's from somebody who's only been watching this shit for 3 years, guys. I'm not talking about watching it for 40 fucking years. I've only been watching it for 3 years. And these are the things that I have seen over the 3 years of me watching it.
Of constantly watching it. We watched
like constantly watching it. And not just watching WWE, but watching other places too. Like NXT, I watched that for a while. AEW, we've watched that for a while. So that's why I say the things I do. That's why I look at Charlotte and say, wow, you know, like she makes me go, wow, now there is a champion. Not because of how she looks, not because of who her daddy is, not because of any of that crap. I don't care about that. I don't care what the fuck they look like.
We are back. We are going to have the Usos up next. It looks like Sammy and the Usos going up against the Street Profits and Kevin Owens.
The 6-man tag or whatever they call it.
Event. But it looks like they're still going to do Austin Theory.
Yeah. Sophie says it's funny when Charlotte beat Ronda in 2 seconds, people were jumping up and down. But when Becky did it to Bianca, everybody was upset.
I wasn't.
I wasn't upset. I was happy. Harley says, wonder if we will ever see Solo's brother, Jacob Fatu. I don't know, Harley. Is he a wrestler in an indie? Is he in NXT? Is he kind of coming up? Riley says, love Charlotte. New gear. She had her ass out and everything. Okay, Charlotte, we see you, literally. You know, Riley, that's funny you say that. I was not a fan of her gear. I was not a fan.
Well,
I was fine with her ass out, but I was not a fan of how it fit her. It was awkwardly fitted. Robbie says, oh, do people still do jack off to pictures of Bliss on their computer? Probably, Robbie. I have no idea. Riley says, sorry, that's it. 2 separate nights. Thanks, Travis. Sophie's, oh, that's about that New Japan stuff. Sorry. I'm behind a little bit. Sophie says, sometimes you are paused on my end. Sorry, Sophie. That sometimes has to do with YouTube. It sometimes has to do with your own internet connections and so on and so forth. Vindicator says, but baby, leave. Hey, she arouses way more people than Spawn, Baker, and Mella, and Rhonda. I'll probably disagree with you there, honey. I'm sure Mella probably can arouse a lot of people.
Oh, I'm sure.
All she has to do is show some tits and ass, and you're done for. Robbie says the Vindicator choked the chicken to all the gals he mentioned. Wow, then. Film's like, come on, Elias. Vindicator message retracted. Film's like, dang it, he was close. Yeah, he tried his hardest. Raleigh says, at least Elias on TV. I like Solo using Samoan Spike as finisher tribute to his family. It is cousin Umaga. Dobu. No Travis Talitha Solo Umaga connection. Travis mentioned it a while ago, probably right after you said your comment. Sorry. I'm behind a little bit, guys. Catching up.
Street Profits coming down to the ring right now.
He was a weird hillbilly guy, huh, Travis? That's a racist. Ha ha ha. Or regionalists. Or culturalists. Or any of the above. I don't know. Raleigh says, my fave pay-per-view Rumble, then Mania, then Money in the Bank. But I think they got it now in news. Might have a ladder match at Mania. I think wait and see. Film says, I absolutely hated Charlotte Flair's wrestling attire when she returned for hopefully never wears it again. Film's like, hi, Robbie, how's it going? And Raleigh says, I know IWC hate Charlotte, but she is quite easily best women's wrestler in the world with Serena Deeb in the ring. That's why she gets lots of titles. WWE can see it. Facts.
Yeah, she's great.
The Indicator says, somebody in the NFL game got hurt real bad. All players are on the field surrounding an ambulance. Crowd is dead silence.
Yeah, the guy stood up and then passed out and fell back down. It was pretty scary.
I'm just not sure. The hit they showed, it was kind of weird. So I'm not sure how he got hurt.
Oh, wow, they're
from
fighting.
It, but
so the bell has not rang yet, but there is action.
They're throwing the bloodline out, the Street Profits and Kevin, and taking him to the corner to beat him up some more. Yeah, his wife decimated by the bloodline.
There's the bell.
Nobody.
The bell is official. This match is underway, and it looks like we got Dawkins in there with Jimmy Uso.
Raleigh says, great point, Dalitha. Got to improve over years. Raleigh says, have you only watched wrestling 3 years? Wow, I thought you watched it all your life. Good stuff. Raleigh, I've watched pay-per-views here and there since Travis and I have been together. But I've only watched it like as much as I have for
Maybe 6 shows a year, and they were pay-per-view.
yeah. Since we started doing this show,
And that
I've
would
watched
be
it every week for 3 years.
September of what? 19?
August of
No. Well, yeah, that's
it was August of
September,
19. Yeah. I mean Zalig in the chat. Hello.
Hey, boss.
And
Good to see you.
Ashante Johnson in the chat. Hey, Ashante. Nice to
Ashante.
see you. I just subbed to you. I just subbed to you guys. Oh, thank you so
Hey,
much for the
appreciate
sub. I
it.
appreciate that so much.
Look at
Sorry,
that
just
big
getting
drop
kind of
kick
caught
by
up with some
Ford right
chat.
there.
Sorry, guys. Raleigh says MLW Jacob Fatu. He's really good. Oh, okay.
Ford just looking
Interesting.
fantastic anymore. Think he's
Well,
ready to
we'll
go
see
solo?
Raleigh where he comes. If he comes up and he comes into NXT maybe and stuff like that.
And it really depends on what they're going to do with the bloodline. If they're going to keep it together for another 2-3 years or something,
Yeah.
then hell yeah, I think they'll bring in a lot. But
Because
if they're
you
planning on breaking it up at some point, it's kind of silly.
Right, because The Rock's daughter is in NXT right now.
I think she'll be involved at some
So
point.
at some point, maybe if they keep the bloodline together, that stuff's going to
Well, I
kind
know
of come
people
up
were
to
talking about bringing Naomi in, and it's like, well, you've got somebody downstairs that's blood. I mean, married is blood married, kind of, I guess you could say, but.
Right. Vinicare says, fact is, most male viewers will always look at female wrestlers differently than women. Unfortunately, looks will always be a major factor.
It is very important. I understand that.
That's true, but not all women, because there are women out there who enjoy
on.
the physique of other women.
I was going to say something else, too. So is Kevin Owens going to have more fans than John Cena?
No, because Kevin Owens looked like a gross, disgusting guy. I mean,
Austin
I
Theory,
personally think
Kevin
he's
Owens.
disgusting.
So if you've never watched the sport and you got to choose before Austin Theory or Kevin Owens, who are you picking?
Right.
Austin Theory.
Right.
Right?
For
Finn
his
Balor.
physique, and he may not be the handsomest man or anything like that, but you're gonna look at his physique. Unless you're into the dad bod thing, that's
make
what
a
Kevin
wish,
Owens
pulled his
basically
groin
has.
apart. I'm just throwing out one guy. I don't mean to throw.
Let's put it this way. I personally think that Dawkins is looking a lot better now than when we first saw him as a Street Profit.
Yes, he's put in a lot of work. He's got his shirt off, for crap's sake.
When I first saw him as a Street Profit, I was like, oh my God. You really need to, help yourself.
And
as a wrestler, this is something you can't, even if you do not get, all...
Oh, there's a tag to Kevin Owens!
Even if you never look like Ford and be all, ripped and stuff like that, it's fine.
Why?
He doesn't have to. But as long as he, starts to try to at least look like he can be a strong guy.
Drops the back right down on top
different.
of him. Then he goes right after the corner, tells Sammy to suck it. What's that saying, Rad? 23 minutes since...
20 minutes since Damar Hamlin injury.
So are they not playing it all still?
The game has been temporarily suspended, guys.
Because the guys can't play or something?
Maybe their minds aren't into it. Maybe they have to suspend it to see if maybe he's dead. Maybe he died.
Huh. Yeah, I don't have any audio. So if anybody is watching what's happening on football...
Rally is. Rally, can you give us some updates of what's happening with the NFL game? I know you're watching it. Can you please tell us?
Has he died?
Can you please tell us what's happening? Because we're not listening to it. We're just kind of seeing some stuff. They look really upset. I mean, I guess you could always flip it over there now.
Yeah,
we don't have to watch
flip it back and
listen
forth
to
for commercials.
I know.
Yeah, this has happened before. You got to let him play.
Oh, so his heart did stop. Okay.
Yeah, that's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, nobody cares at this point. You just hope the guy's fucking okay. Jesus fuck.
But to stand up and then to pass out, it seems like that's a weird injury.
Yes, you have. It's just been a long, long time. You've seen this before, dude.
One guy from Rutgers got paralyzed in the game, for crap's sakes.
Right. It's happened in college before. It's happened in the NFL before. You just don't remember it because it's never been.
So right now, a Bills player did get hurt on the field, and he had to get CPR.
Yeah.
And that's where we're at in the football game. And in wrestling, we have a match against Street Profits versus the Usos with Kevin Owens. And that is at a commercial break. So
Yeah.
we will resume that when it resumes.
Yeah, we just wanted to hear kind of what was happening because we were just kind of watching it, and the hit that he didn't look that bad. But that doesn't mean anything, by the way. It doesn't ever mean anything, but it just didn't look that bad.
So why are we worrying about that it's happened or hasn't happened before?
I have no idea. This guy's fucking. He's this.
He's spotlighting.
He's spotlighting on the wrong fucking thing. Don't spotlight on that shit, dude. Jesus fuck, man.
And everybody tries to whisper to make it more important or something.
Like, it's more dramatic if we whisper about it. Oh my god, the poor guy. There's no reason to whisper about it. That's just silly. Sophie says, how was your holiday weekend this past weekend? It was pretty good.
Enjoyed it.
Film says, don't get me wrong, I love Charlotte and Serena. Vindicator says, same with women who swoon over Roman or Wardlow and think they are the best wrestler mainly because of how they look. It's silly both ways, but you know, people in society are silly. Yes. Sophie says, if you didn't have this YouTube channel, you wouldn't be watching wrestling every week. That is so a casual fan. Yeah, Sophie, I really don't care what you consider a casual fan or not. I've never said I've been a huge fan of wrestling the whole time we've been doing this. So, Walter's like, Kevin Owens and Street Profits for the win. That's a possibility, Walter. Well, it says, you know loads about wrestling, so thought you watched for years. So well done, D. I pay attention, my friend. Okay, the wrestling is back on.
Are back,
so we're going to switch back over to hear the commentary of what's happening with wrestling. Sorry, guys. We'll try to give you some more updates of the NFL game and what's happened with the Bills player, just so you guys know. So we can kind of have some updates of our own.
Oh, big stomp right there to the side of the chest by Jey Uso.
Robbie says, D, I see your fireworks feed. You were proper giddy laughing like a school kid. I love fireworks and fire, so it's normal. So he says, there are rumors that they are going to introduce a new championship before Mania.
Let it happen, right?
Great. Rumors.
Maybe they can bring back that big gold that Triple H once held. Ric Flair's belt. That's what I call it.
Walter says, okay, at 9:25 I'm going, but I'll be here Wednesday at 8 p.m. I'm still in the chat for now.
Woo!
Vindicator says, nothing wrong with us casual fans. Sophia Rally says, I think Dewdrop, great, and Nikki Cross, get me. Hassan says, okay, I'm back, guys. Nice, Hassan.
Hey,
Sophie says, my mom only watches the Rumble and Mania every year with me, and sometimes a Raw or SmackDown here and there.
Oh, yeah.
Walter says, Daphne, I missed the fireworks Saturday, but Happy New Year. Don't worry about it, Walter.
My mom won't watch it because
late.
she gets embarrassed for the wrestlers when they talk. So she says, how can you watch this? Aren't you embarrassed for them?
That's why she probably wouldn't watch us either. She'd probably get secondhand embarrassment.
I ain't embarrassed. I don't know what you're talking about.
Walter.
Watching some wrestling. Whoa!
Walter, don't worry about it, honey. It was like 2 a.m. for you,
this
so
is where
I don't blame you for missing it.
Crossbody takes out both Sammy and Jay. Or Jimmy.
Montez Ford. Vindicator says, to me, Owens is a better wrestler than Cena, and their promos are about equal. Their gear is almost equal to, funny enough, and that they both wear shorts. But one wears a big shirt all the time to cover up his big fat beer belly that he has. It's a hard belly, not like a soft jiggly belly, which is really bad.
I'm not talking about which one a guy's going to like more than the other one. I'm talking about which one a girl at the bar is going to like that's never seen wrestling one day in her life. Who's she going to like more, Austin Theory or Kevin Owens?
Yeah, which one? Even
That's what
Cena.
I was asking.
Cena and
John
Kevin Owens.
Cena,
Kevin Owens. Austin Theory. Kevin Owens. Like, which one are they going to be like, oh, gee whiz?
Kevin Owens. Johnny Gargano. Montez Ford or Johnny Gargano. Go.
Montez Ford.
Go ask 100 girls. Take those two pictures. Go ask 100 girls and bring back results.
Sophie says, did you watch the Anderson Cooper, Andy Cohen New Year's Eve special on CNN this past Saturday? No, I don't watch CNN, Sophie. News channels are garbage.
They do that on the news channels, too? I just watched the normal channel, so I flipped it from 3 to 8.
So we can listen to music.
Yeah.
Hassan
Miley
says, I did
Cyrus and
enjoy
Dolly.
AEW Dark, and it was awesome. Fantastic, Hassan. Ravi says, Kevin Owens has their real man's body. Oh, yeah, real man, all right.
He looked like he bowl for a living.
Sophie says, once the NFL season of 23 go on YouTube TV, you probably don't have to worry about missing stuff.
Right? What was that? The first part?
If the NFL season, once it goes on YouTube in 2023.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that.
Walter says, LSU won today in a bowl game. Purdue player got injured.
Dang it.
Was it as bad as the injury that's happening now?
No, of course not. Did USC, like what happened to USC? Like I know they were ranked 4th, they lost to Utah, or they had to have made a bowl game. What bowl game did they play?
Oh no, Solo is out here.
Solo! Oh, there's that Samoan Spike.
He came out to Samoan spike somebody.
Kevin Owens. We're going to see that, right? Like
that's
pay-per-view?
gotta happen.
The next pay-per-view maybe?
Something, maybe.
Maybe tonight? Yeah, that would be a main event match.
That would be pretty good. Yeah. That would be. Rally.
Deep as they are dangerous.
Rally says, oh wow, taken off the field in the ambulance after CPR for several minutes. Hope you okay.
Yeah, that's what we're worried about. That's why they stopped the game.
Sophie says Pat should be back this week or next week. Rally says that doesn't sound good.
The
Walter
championship
says, sending
game
prayers
is the
to
9th.
NFL player.
So if he's coming back, it's going to be after the 9th. That's it. Dawkins?
Dawkins
Or
got.
is that Ford? If he's that thin, he's lost a shit ton of weight. That
Wow.
looks like Ford to me.
It is. That is Ford.
Okay.
Yeah, because he always wears pants. The other
Yeah.
one wears shorts.
Oh, okay. Really? Dawkins wears shorts?
Yeah, he
Yeah, that
usually
is
wears
Ford.
shorts and then he wears those tights
Ford
underneath
just got
it.
pinned.
Maybe his mind was on his lady. He's
12
got
minutes.
something else on his mind. Beat up Kevin Owens. Smack him. Get him. Get him, Solo. Beat the poo-poo out of him.
Kick him in the butthole.
Kick him in the butthole. Samoan spike him in the butthole.
Oh, here comes that chair. Can we get a concerto?
Hey,
Oh, Sammy's
Pierce better come
stomping
out
him?
and save his ass.
Is
All
Sammy
those guys
stomping
in the
him?
back can come out and save him.
I thought Sammy was stopping him there.
Ooh,
oh,
shit.
Yo, there they come. The Brawling Brutes.
Drew and Shamey.
Drew and Sheamus.
They're coming out. Nobody else yet. Just Drew and Shamey.
Yeah, they're wrestling for the championships on Friday.
That's right.
Drew McIntyre's just a big fucker, dude.
He is a big guy. Once again.
Oh, by the way, Sheamus
Kevin
is not a
Owens,
slouch.
Drew McIntyre. Kevin Owens,
Right.
Sheamus. Let's see. What girl would go
Boom.
after which one? They don't give a shit about what their wrestling is. I
Oh,
get
goes
that,
for that
Ben.
thrust kick.
But
Big
as somebody who
Glasgow
has to do a
cat.
wrestling show, I get to pay attention to that stuff. Yay me.
Drew McIntyre's a big dude. And Sheamus isn't no slouch.
Let's put it this way. Drew is one of those guys that looks better with clothes on.
Uh-huh.
Is that bad?
Well, it's
Like-
because they're outfits. If they wore different outfits, it wouldn't be such a thing.
Sometimes when they like now
Right.
he's gonna take his shirt off, and it's like
That's a big dude.
It's
Still got jeans on.
like, can you put your shirt back on? Because you looked better with your tank top on.
He's like, get some. And he's all hairy.
That's a real man.
Dexter Lumis up next versus Chad Gable.
Shoosh. He doesn't even have to say that to Dexter.
Right?
You will have to say it to him once. That's actually pretty funny.
Shoot.
Oh, he's already quiet.
I thank you. That's what he should do.
Right.
Shoot. I thank you.
Raleigh says, I'm not sure when game going to start again. I don't know either, Raleigh. They're talking about it again. It was temporarily after Bill's safety collapsed on the field. So it's still kind of suspended. They're still talking and stuff like that. Harley says could have been head trauma to heart attack. It could be. He could have had a heart problem that nobody knew about. It could have been caused from something else. Who knows? The weird part about
Lots
it
of
is
things
the
can
hit
happen.
that he got wasn't like an extreme head trauma hit, but you never know when they have those what can really happen during that period. So
The decision that needs to be made is they need to finish the game.
yeah,
There's too much money involved.
Yeah.
Which sucks.
The game needs to be finished. This is for playoffs, guys. This isn't like you can just fuck around and
These
find
are
out.
the two best teams in the American Football Conference.
Yep.
Besides the Chiefs. Two of the best quarterbacks in football.
Mm-hmm.
And if he's not, are you not going to play the game?
Yeah, like, is the game going to be over because they're like, oh, well, he died. Are you guys going to go into mourning for a year?
I just
fuck
don't
you guys.
understand. Like,
Well, he is your family. You better mourn for a whole fucking year and all wear black. Instead of going out there and say, we're going to win this for it, bitches! Rally together, your peeps. As Robbie says, yeah, the poor guy. Rally says, I'm going to watch AEW Dark later on. Hassan. Sophie says, with people, you never know who are hardcore wrestling fans and who are fans that watches wrestling every once in a while. Well, considering that I don't get to watch it every once in a while, Sophie, and I get to watch it 3 times a week, plus pay-per-views on the weekends sometimes, pretty much sure that I'm not really a hardcore fan, but I'm not one who watches it every once in a while.
she's not a cash.
Ravi
anymore.
says, Sophie, just enjoy the show. D low-key does her wrestling research. I actually don't, Ravi. I just pay attention. Walter says the NFL game is suspended. Yes, it is, Walter. A player got hurt on the Bills side. So, yeah. Sophie says, are you guys going to watch the second reboot of the XFL when it debuts next month? Personally, no. I won't.
I might watch it if
To
I'm
see
watching TV and be like, oh, what is this? But no, I tried to watch it last time that it came out a few years back.
Right.
But it's just such a hard product to watch.
Ravi's like, hello, Travis. Your mom fully roasted you there with the secondhand embarrassment of watching.
No.
Sophie's like, I saw a little bit of your thing that popped up at midnight my time on Saturday. Nice. It would have been 2 a.m. for you, Sophie, is what you said in the chat. Raleigh says, I don't watch XFL myself, Sophie, just NFL. Ravi says, come on, D, don't diss my guy Owens. I will, Ravi.
I have been watching
can
a
laugh
lot
about
more
it.
football this year than I have in the last 6-7 years.
Ooh.
But
Dev-
I still am not watching it religiously.
Right. Devin is in the chat. Hey, Devin says, hi,
Hey,
guys.
Devin.
Sorry I've been busy with so many kids last week. Yeah, you were saying that you had family and you were going to be the babysitter. How'd things go, my man?
That's pretty cool.
Sounds like you're alive, so that's good. Walter says, okay, bye, guys. See you Wednesday for AEW. Sorry I didn't catch that earlier, Walter. Thank you so much. We'll see you on Wednesday. You have a wonderful night. Robbie says, so does Solo have a long-term wrestling career?
Yeah, absolutely.
He probably could, as long as he keeps the way he's going.
Another decade, and you know, with that Samoan spike as a finisher, it's
Vindicator.
not going to be high flying for 10 years. But
Yeah, he'll have to do some other stuff after,
if
so
he starts
long.
looking like his dad or Umaga, either one of the two, then
He'll not be doing high flying.
won't be
Vindicator
able
says,
to.
Travis, who do you objectively think is a better high flyer, Montez, Ricochet, or Dante Martin? Objectively think.
Probably Dante Martin. I honestly think that he just does it smoother than the other two. Ricochet, I think, gets the most height and gets the most,
Right.
out of every move. Ford's going to do his frog splash better than those two, and he can jump the highest. I bet if they had a dunk competition, he wins. Like, I
Right,
don't think
definitely.
But what Dante does is he makes it look good. Like, he makes it just look smooth. Ricochet does too, by the way.
Right, he just doesn't do
And that's
as much.
That's if I didn't know any of them. By the way, I do not like Dante Martin, so I wouldn't
yeah,
pick
but
it.
that's objectively
Right, I'm just
saying,
saying
if you go by just their talent of it.
If you took them into a training center and let them just jump around and you didn't know any of the three, you'd be super impressed by Martin.
Yeah. Raleigh says, Jan or Feb, I heard Pat back on SmackDown. I don't know when college football finishes. Technically, it's done now, but they're doing
The 9th.
playoffs and Rose Bowls, so the 9th.
The championship game, the national championship, is the 9th.
Sophie says, did you hear about Karen Jarrett saying when she was married to Kurt
Yes.
Angle, she was sleeping with Dawn Marie and Kelly Kelly?
That she was, or he was. He was sleeping with those. And then she said that she's going to...
He was, sorry.
Yeah, that she's going to tell everybody, what's happened. She wants to bury him because he's a man.
Who cares? Stupid bitch. Raleigh says that then Wade Barrett will probably go
Looks like
to
they're bringing him
NXT.
back
Done a good
out.
job, Wade Barrett, I think. Yeah, Wade Barrett does a good job, but I'd like to see him back on NXT as a commentator because what's his face sucks balls.
Yeah, and it looks like Booker T's staying, though, because Booker T said he's going to be there through WrestleMania, at least.
Raleigh says better than crappy Kevin Patrick on Raw. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Kevin Patrick's staying for a while.
Shoosh.
Sophie says
He's not
no.
going anywhere.
Now the WWE must be thinking what to do when Pat comes back to. They make the SmackDown announce team a 3-person team or keep it 2.
Yes, you make it a 3-person team. I would
You
rather
could do
have
that,
Booker
I
T
guess.
go away
Right?
because I think Booker T has better talent.
Well, I think Booker T has talent in
Elsewhere.
different areas,
He's
not
a
as a
trainer.
commentator, because I think as a commentator, he gives away too much and he's biased.
Right.
Fucking biased. And it showed when the Mandy Rose thing happened. He was fucking biased that whole match.
Right.
Fuck him.
Well, he trained the girl, but
I don't give a
understand
shit. Fuck him.
I get it. Like,
You can't train somebody and then be like, oh, they're the
Some of
bestest
the
ever
guys-
from everybody else.
Some of the guys are baby faces, some of the guys are heels, and some of them are just the guy in the middle, the play-by-play guy. And so it's best when you have both. So you bring Wade Barrett in, you have Booker T be the babyface, you have Wade Barrett be the asshole. He makes fun of him. We saw it with Byron Saxton and Corey
Right.
Graves. The greatest teams ever were the King and Bradshaw. Both of those were heels, so it'd be funnier, but...
Robbie says, I don't know who Kevin Patrick is. He's just some dude. He used to be in the back and did interviews.
Yeah.
Vindicator says they need to end the brand split instead of cherry picking certain people to appear randomly on both shows. Devin says, do you guys know Montez why he didn't tag in the ring when Kevin Owens? I don't know.
We didn't see it.
I didn't see that part, I guess.
I
I
mean,
didn't see that
to
specific
know.
part. Robbie says, DLO, how does your mind work? What the fuck are you talking about? Sophie says, is Wrestle Kingdom free?
No.
No.
I don't think so, but it is on their website. So if you go to their website, you could probably watch it. I don't know if it's going to be on Fight TV, and I don't know if it's going to be on Bleacher Report.
Right. Robbie's like, D, you would look good in a tank top. God, you're gross. Films like Misty and Travis, who will win in a hairy armpit match, Charlotte Flair or Gigi Dolan?
Flair.
Charlotte? I'm not a big
I don't
fan
want
of
to
Gigi.
see Gigi's armpit.
Devin, Sophie, no. And Sophie says, is this the last week of the regular NFL season? And thanks, Devin, for
No.
answering Sophie about Wrestle Kingdom being
Next
free.
week is the end of the regular season.
Vindicator says the fact that Loomis is so clean and perfect is what makes him scary, not all the crazy attacks he does. I think it's the stare and the quiet that makes people think he's crazy. Robbie says, so can Nikki Cross win the Rumble?
Can Nikki Cross win the Rumble? No.
No.
Not even, no.
It's making my head hurt.
I would be surprised if she eliminates somebody.
Right? Devin says, Sophie, I think we on playoffs. Raleigh says it's actually gone to a different program on my TV, so not sure if it's carrying on. Quite important game. No offense to the injured guy. Raleigh, you're correct. It is a very important game. I get, that you want to rally around your teammate and stuff, and you might not have all your brains together on the field for what's happening. But as we say in show business, the show must go on, and you are getting fucking paid to go out there and do your job. Because, in fact, that is their job.
Owen Hart died. Now, granted, he didn't die when he fell, but he died
But he
on
died
the way
that
to
night.
the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the first segment.
Yeah.
Vince went on with the pay-per-view. They did a whole show
They
after
did the show.
People watched this dude die. And then
You
found
must
out that
go
he
on.
died. And then they announced that he died.
The show must go on. And in all reality, it's not really fair to all those other guys because now guess what? They have all been sitting. They were all out there doing stuff, right? Now they've been sitting for how long?
Well, it was 23 minutes when they left the field.
And so basically, they'll probably not finish this game, which is bullshit for everybody involved.
Yeah, especially the Bengals.
fans that are involved in it, the people, the other
tickets,
players.
If you're just in town for that game.
I would be fucking pissed. I mean, I feel bad for the guy and bad that something bad happened to him, but shit happens on the field all the fucking time. People get their fucking legs broke. And you don't see them crying and stopping the fucking shit and going, oh my God, his leg's broken.
It's a new generation that everybody is like this.
Yeah, they're all fucking pussies.
It gets them out of work.
Well, I don't think they should be paid.
Well, hopefully they're not getting paid.
I hope they're not getting fucking paid. And I know that sounds terrible, but I really don't think they should be getting paid for what's happening right now.
This
Riley
isn't
says
empathy
NFL
gap.
game. Right? Devin says, where's AJ Styles? Okay, Devin, AJ Styles broke his ankle.
A broken ankle.
They thought it was a sprain, but he literally broke his ankle. Not enough for surgery or anything, so he'll probably be back in 6 to 8 weeks.
68 weeks. So
68 weeks.
it puts him out, about 6 years or so.
At least. Sophie says, why does it sound easier to make the playoffs for the NFL compared to the MLB where it takes forever? I don't know.
Well, the NFL only plays one game a week, and they play 17 total this year. Every other year, it's been 16 games total. Besides before the 80s, it was 14 games. And
poor Chad.
In baseball, you have 162 games in 180 days. So the season's longer, and you have a game a week.
So he just did a kip up, and then he just threw himself backwards and did a leg drop.
That's how you do it.
Kip up, throw yourself backwards, leg drop on your opponent. I don't know how effective it is, but it looks kind of cool.
Chad.
Sophie says, why does it sound easier to make the play? Oh, I read that. Harley says, I'm praying for a Detroit Lions victory this week and a Seattle Seahawks loss this week.
Wouldn't that be cool?
The Seahawks might lose. They did really poopy.
And they get to play the Green Bay Packers, who have been on fire lately. So,
yeah.
But I would like to see the Detroit Lions win that game.
Yeah. Robbie says AJ is in catering eating hot dogs with Dana Brooke. Sophie says, but this time The Rock is behind the XFL. Yeah, that doesn't mean anything.
Is he playing?
No, he's just owns it.
That's it. He doesn't change the talent. He doesn't change anything else about it. It's still people that couldn't make it.
He's just funding it, making sure it happens. That's it. Oh, got him.
Do we call that a fruit roll-up?
Yes. Fruit roll-up.
I don't think it is. You didn't really roll him up.
Benny Kidder says, I'm definitely proud to be an extreme hardcore, casual, sometimey kind of fan, right? And I agree, right? Rally says, I'm a Saints fan, so happy, beat Eagles. How did that happen? I don't know. Sophie says, I don't know where there were 4 types of wrestling fans. I only know casual and hardcore. Devin says, it was terrible when I had to watch so many kids. Dude, it's very trying. Sophie says, remember the show X Factor?
I do.
I guess. Is that the one where they had to eat weird things?
That was Fear Factor.
Oh, okay. Robbie says, message retracted. Robbie also says, would having John Cena's body be too much upkeep? Considering how much he's let it go, yes.
That's a lot of work, guys.
He is not as thick as he was when he was wrestling. Just saying.
That's too hard.
It's hard to keep that physique.
The Rock keeps his because of what he has to take to keep it.
Mm-hmm. I could only imagine what he has to do. If that boy lives to 60, I will be surprised because his daddy didn't live past 60 too far. Didn't his dad just pass away in his mid-60s?
I don't know how old he was.
I think he was only 63 or 64 or something like that.
And he's on a little bit different types of drugs than
Let's
his dad
hope.
was. His dad was on the drugs that they used in the 80s.
Right.
And a lot of wrestlers didn't make it very old.
True. Sophie says, for some reason, at certain points, you guys get frozen. Once again, Sophie, that has to do probably with your Wi-Fi. It could do with YouTube. It could be done with something that's happening on your side. Mine doesn't seem to be getting frozen, so I don't know. Rob says, can't stand Ricochet. He should be in a circus. Hook is a strange man.
If they start playing Cody up with this victim stuff, it's not going to work.
No, I'll hate him.
I get that he wants his dad's legacy and he wants to get that belt that his dad never got. And that's what they're going to keep showing.
I think they're just showing the highlights from when he came back.
Because that's his next journey.
Right.
He's going to win the championship.
Yeah, not because he's a victim, though. Right?
Hopefully.
He didn't pull off when he did that he was a victim. So I'm hoping that he doesn't continue. Doesn't go down that road.
I'd like to hand my dad the title, and I won't be able to.
Yeah, because he's dead. Yes, Robbie Hook is a strange child. I don't really think he's a man yet. I think he's still a kid. Raleigh says, I'm guessing it was right at the start of the game. The injury, I had it in the background. Was it okay, so Raleigh, they stopped the clock at the first quarter with 5 minutes and
something left, yeah.
Some seconds left. So they had been in it for about 9 minutes and something. Is when it happened. So they had just they stopped.
He made a tackle and got up and then
just
fell
down. And so according to what they said, they didn't really show a lot of pictures of that. The ambulance came down. They started doing CPR on him. They took him out in an ambulance, and then they kind of like stopped the game for about 23 minutes and then suspended it. So at 23 minutes after that happened to him, after he got hit basically, 23 minutes later, they suspended the game for now and are waiting to see what happens.
Oh, Bailey and the riffraff.
Film says Misty and Travis, who will win in our post double match, Paige or AJ Lee or Rhea Ripley. I choose Rhea. What about you guys? AJ Lee. Like in her prime. I remember her from pay-per-views a long time ago. I liked her because she skipped down to the ring and was crazy. I actually have a few of her shirts that I can't wear anymore. Sophie says, is football one of those sports that you don't have to watch every game?
Fact, yeah.
Yes, you could probably just do highlights and be okay.
You could watch ESPN on the weekends and then just watch the Super Bowl, and you'll
kind of know what's going
okay.
on. I mean, that would be a casual fan. Robbie says, I swear Booker T sniffs before he comes on. He's hella high when he's on.
We don't know.
I have no idea what that's like, Robbie, so I'll just go with what you're saying.
I should buy a boat.
I should buy a boat! Sophie says, I miss Byron Saxton on commentary a lot better than Kevin Patrick. You want to know why, Sophie? Because Byron Saxton never said anything. That's why. Film says, okay, Misty and Travis, nice pick. The winner, Charlotte Flair. Sophie says, I'm surprised Kevin Patrick have lasted this long. I thought he would have been gone after 2 weeks or week 2. Sophie also says they also went on when Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit both died. Well, Chris Benoit wasn't even wrestling for however long when he did it, so.
What?
And,
Did you say Chris Benoit wasn't wrestling very long when he killed his family?
like, he wasn't like in the ring doing it.
No.
He didn't die in the ring. The motherfucker didn't die in the ring.
Yeah, he killed himself.
He didn't have a heart attack in the ring or break his leg or fucking fell off a whatchamacallit.
All we knew after he died, because he killed his wife or his son and his wife on Saturday morning or whatever. And then he killed himself Sunday. So he hung out with their dead bodies for 24 hours.
Right.
And then decided he couldn't get away with it, so he killed himself because he's a coward. Then Monday Night Raw shows up. And so Vince had just killed himself the week before. He literally was dead. He had just died in a fiery car crash or something. I can't remember if that was it or if it was the stage burned down. Anyways, he died in a fire. He was dead. His character, so he had to come on the next Monday and tell everybody that Chris Benoit's family had been murdered. Dead. They all died.
Right.
And so he didn't know that Chris had done it. And so he came out and he did it, everybody's crying and everybody came out. And then we all find out that the monster did it. And that was terrible. And then obviously WWE backed away
off
from
and was
it.
like, what the fuck?
And then they went after wrestling like it was wrestling's fault that he had concussions that made him kill his family.
Supposedly.
Well, they had to blame something. There's always has to be a blame.
Right. Lies. I don't believe that at all.
Instead of just responsibility on the man that did it.
That he actually chose to do it.
If somebody kills somebody, it's the gun's fault.
Why on earth didn't he, if he was so bad, why did he plan it? Why did he plan it with his other kid not being there?
Right.
Fuck him. Sorry, guys. I don't, no, fuck him. Fuck him. Fuck him. Fuck him. What a piece of shit.
He suffocated a 7-year-old son.
Suffocated!
And then strangled his wife, too.
What a fucking sicko. Suffocated his own child. Can't not fucking
get the woman, right?
I get it. I mean,
you can do that at a rage.
I mean, sometimes I want to suffocate Travis with a pillow, but he's not a 7-year-old child. It's different.
But if I was 7,
He's
you
12.
would be a monster.
I would be a monster. I would be a fucking monster. Monster. It's Bailey and the Riffraff.
Bailey and the Riffraff.
It's Bailey, Dakota Kai, and the Riffraff, who's wearing a weird jacket tonight.
Maybe Becky comes out and beats up both members of Riffraff.
That's funny. Raleigh says, I'm guessing they're waiting for news from hospital and NFL just before deciding what to do. Possibly. They could be. Depends on how long they want to do this suspension of the game at this point. At some point, they have to either come out and finish the game or fucking cancel the game altogether. Robbie says, I think it was right to stop the match and they should reschedule it. It happened in the Premier League when a guy collapsed.
I don't know. I don't know if I could
I don't
get
agree
on
with that statement. Sorry, Robbie. I just don't. Riley's like, cancel or continue. Sophie says D for president, Travis for vice president. Robbie's like, D, the Eagles win. Did the Eagles win? I don't know if they won.
I would say yes because they always win, but I have no idea.
I didn't watch. You know what? We did watch some games yesterday, but I don't remember what they were. So there's that.
I think the Vikings played.
Right. Raleigh says, does The
And
Rock
the
own
Seahawks-
XFL? Did not know
The
that.
Seahawks were playing
Missed
the
that news.
Jets.
Yeah, and the Seahawks did win that
And the
one.
Vikings were playing Minnesota, maybe? Oh, they are the Minnesota.
The Packers,
Packers.
Packers. And they were at Packers, and the Packers, like, beat them badly. Raleigh says, does The Rock own XFL? Did not know that. Missed that news. Yes, he bought it. Yes, he did buy it. So he says, will this be a Super Bowl people will remember?
What?
I have no idea. I guess they would if the same thing that just happened in this game happened. They'd probably really remember it. Oh, it's their heroes. They're the tag team girl champions. Yay. So exciting. Looks like Misty and Charles, who will win in a shaving armpit match, Bliss or Carmella or Liv? I'd choose Carmella. What about you guys? Who will have their hairy armpits shaved off? Oh, let's have Bliss have them shaved off so she's not so hideous. Robbie's like, I just got roped in to stay by D. I'm not a fan of wrestling anymore. Well, Robbie, at least somebody got you to stick around. So he says X
All
Factor.
we do is create fans.
X Factor is rumored to make a comeback. What the fuck is X Factor again?
I can't remember.
Oh,
It's been
okay.
a long time.
Robbie says they binned X Factor in the UK, rightly so. What the fuck is it? I don't even know what it is. So it's like they're building Cody Rhodes. Film says, here comes
There
my
she
girl Bayley.
comes.
They're not building Cody Rhodes, Sophie. What they're doing is they're showing that he's relevant and he's going to be coming back. He did make a video statement during the last Raw for their whatever moments of the year or something, because he was part of the moments of the year, by the way. His match with Seth.
He was the comeback of the year.
He was the comeback of the year and one of the moments of the year because they had that cage match with Seth on there.
Yep. When he tore his bicep or chesticle.
Oh, they're in the back doing something. I don't know. Are they having a press conference or something in the back on that Bills game?
It's not a press conference. It just looks like they're
getting some news, maybe.
Some are on the inside, yeah.
That guy was on the phone, so now a lady's taking over the phone. So is this the coach?
It could be the NFL. Well, the guy in the blue is the NFL.
Is the Bills.
Or it's the Bills. The guy in the black might be somebody from the NFL.
Is he the coach for the Bengals?
He could be. I don't watch enough. Does it say he died?
No. He was entered at 8:55. He left the stadium by ambulance at 9:25, according to ESPN's Ben Baby. Oh, Jesus. His name is Ben Baby. Oh, my God. What the fuck? Who has a fucking name like that? I just want to know if it was the Bengals coach that was there with him or something. Yeah, Becky doesn't get mad or upset. She just gets fucking better, bitches.
You are bringing up some points.
Looks like they're packing up to leave.
Huh.
I'd be so pissed if I was a fan. I mean, I'd feel bad for the guy and his family, but I'd be so fucking pissed off.
Well, yeah, that just
If
seems
they
weird.
stopped the game completely, I'd be so mad.
I mean, if I was the Bengals, I'd say, okay, we're ready to play. So if you can't perform,
Then
you
you forfeit. And they're already up in front of
Yeah.
them anyway, so they'd win anyways. So I'd be like, yeah, fuck off. I mean, that's terrible and mean, but like it sounds awful in the situation.
It's a sport. There's millions of dollars on the line.
The game is still under suspension. Will provide
Who's she
an
gonna
update
get?
once new information is available. So they have that on their stadium thing out there, and Raleigh said some information on here, but I don't know if I believe what he's saying.
She's gonna do a 2-on-1 handicap match.
What?
She says that looks fair to me. So she going up against the tag team champions.
Maybe. Woo!
She's like, I don't have my phone on me, so I can't call anybody. But 2-on-1
Right.
sounds fair to me.
Anyways, Raleigh, the ESPN football people are still saying it's just temporarily suspended. So we'll go from there. Let's see if I can. Is this Ben Baby? Because he's
No.
retarded. You know what assume means when you make assumptions, dude? It means that you make an ass of you and other people. So you probably shouldn't assume things.
I think the owners need to be involved.
I don't give a flying fuck about the league office and the union garbage shit. Who pays their fucking salaries, assholes?
So are the Bills done for the season then, or are they just going to give up on all
I
their
think
games?
they should. I think they should forfeit. They should forfeit this game. They should forfeit anything that they have to do with playoffs or anything with the Super Bowl. They should just fucking forfeit their position. Completely forfeit it. Done. Forfeit. That's bullshit. You can do that and still have a football game. Sorry, guy. Sophie says some football player announced his retirement last week. Vindicator says, I'm glad that last year WWE dramatically reduced the number of battle royals they typically do, which makes the Royal Rumble actually feel special. That's true, Vindicator. Robbie says, Bailey film, did she tell you that? Sophie says, this Raw hasn't been bad. Robbie says, Roddy and AJ Lee found things you learn on the Gab. I'm convinced Bray has left. Vindicator says, takes more than a pillow to stop the Travanator. Robbie says, the guy had to be mentally ill to do that. Film's like, okay, Miss D, nice pick. How about you, Travis? I don't know. Did you pick Bliss on that one too? I thought you did. But the shaving armpit stuff. Let's see. Robbie says, what is Bailey saying? Film's like, will Bailey and Becky be wrestling tonight? Bailey really didn't have much to say, Robbie. In fact, Becky did most of the talking. Vindicator's like, both are wearing gear, so I think Becky will wrestle Io. Robbie says at halftime on the Super Bowl, is someone's body part going to slip out like it did before? I don't know, Robbie. Who's doing the halftime at Super Bowl? Because I have no idea. Raleigh says NFL game been postponed officially. Just heard it to let you know. Watching NFL streamer, just what I heard.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, just what I heard. Do apologize.
They've cut it out.
Ignore that comment. Wait and see. I'm guessing they'll probably just cancel it at this point.
They did.
I mean,
well, they didn't cancel it, but they postponed it long term.
They're postponing it, and they're yapping and stuff, and if I was a fan, I feel bad for the guy who got hurt, and hopefully it's fine. But if I was a fan and I pay fucking money, I'd either want my fucking money back for my ticket and any accommodations I had to have to get there for this said fucking game, or really the Bills should just forfeit and lose. They should just fucking lose at this point. They should forfeit the fucking game.
Yeah. definitely.
Sorry,
not
our
happy.
players are too distraught and stupid. They can't fucking play because somebody went to the hospital, which happens more frequently than not.
So it is a 2-on-1 handicap match. It's a riffraff against Becky.
Becky against Io Sky and Dakota Kai. She doing it. She doing it good.
She's doing it well.
Let's see if says, will Bailey and Becky be wrestling tonight? No, it is Becky against her henchman.
Yeah, no Bailey.
Yeah. Robbie says at halftime, so read that one. Robbie says Bailey kicked Becky's ass good and proper. That's not going to happen. Bailey's not even in it. Robbie says Becky is a ham roll, will get cooked. Sophie says, I wonder how it's going to affect their playoff schedule. Foam says, and probably Becky doesn't have her armpits out. Yeah. Sophie's like, this Raw is going fast. We're almost at the last hour. Robbie says the player's health is more important. I guess they can always reschedule. You know what? Not always. Sometimes they can't. Wonder if they get a huge snowstorm and they can't reschedule.
Well, you can't what.
Then what?
Stuff,
You just
but, yeah.
reschedule and reschedule and reschedule and reschedule? I think they should forfeit the game. Sophie says, when does baseball spring training start? April? March? March.
Well, February. Because your pitchers and catchers report right around Valentine's Day.
Raleigh says, comment, wait and see. Ravi says, Becky is a prat. Raleigh says, who wrestling now? The women.
It's Becky versus Bailey and the riffraff, but no Bailey. Just
Bailey's
riffraff.
out. She is wrestling a handicap match.
Against Io Sky and Dakota Kai.
Yep. Stay out of our business. You're done, Bailey says on the outside.
This is some Vince McMahon booking.
Sophie says, has this never happened in an NFL game before? It has happened in an NFL game before. They were just made different years ago where they actually just continued the game.
I'm pretty sure a Bills player, as a matter of fact, got paralyzed once. But I'd have to go back and look.
Maybe not had to have CPR, but it was a big, huge thing. And he was taken off the field in ambulances. And this has happened multiple times in the NFL of guys having to be taken off in ambulances, people. Happens in college games, happens in high school games. It happens more frequently than you would think. And that guy saying that it doesn't is a prat. In the words of Robbie.
I know a Rutgers player got paralyzed. So we have seen it in football.
Robbie's like, do exactly that. What I keep telling you, don't assume. Robbie, I don't assume anything about you.
Make an ass out of me and you.
Raleigh says,
you
sorry,
and me.
Robbie. What is that?
This cat playing with something.
Phone says, Missy Chavez will win an armpit tickling. Gigi or AJ. I choose Gigi. What about you guys?
AJ. No, I'm never going to pick Gigi for anything.
Yeah, you probably should just stop having Gigi on there because I won't pick her either. Sophie says, what channel is the game? And that stinks for that channel. They need a backup show. It's ESPN, Sophie, so
It's
they don't
on
give a
ESPN.
crap. They
They're
can throw all
fine.
kinds of crap on there.
They'll just have somebody up there talking the whole time about how he got
Sad
taken to the
it is.
hospital.
He got taken to the hospital. They'll show some highlights of old NFL game stuff and blah, blah, blah. They all have plenty of stuff to put into that matchup. They're fine. Mom's like, Io Sky is wrestling. Okay, nice, including Dakota as well. Robbie says, Rally, it's all good, man. Big up. Rally's like, okay, Robbie. Robbie says, out of... Oh, because Rally said, sorry, Robbie. I don't know why you're apologizing to
Who's
Robbie.
coming down? Mitchine? Oh, it's that dumb cunt.
Michin?
Yeah, it's fuck, what's her name?
Oh,
Mia
it's
Yim.
fuckface Mia Yim. What the mother?
Well, now I want
fuck.
Becky to lose, so she's
Yeah,
gonna be teaming
Becky,
up
I
with
hope
this
you
girl.
fucking lose. If you're gonna have this fucking prat in your fucking corner, Jesus fuck. Ugh,
Oh, this is
bar
terrible.
fuck. Ew.
God damn it.
Why do we have to
They were doing
ruin
fine.
everything? Fucking Jesus. Robbie's like out of Bailey and the riffraff and Becky, who has the better career. Well, Becky does. So they're going to make Becky look weak and have this dumb cunt come out and... Oh, Jesus, fuck.
Arguably the worst women's wrestler ever.
What the motherfuck?
Maybe worse than Liv. In ring.
So Bobby says that. And Piccolo's in the chat. Hey, Piccola. Nice to see you. Says, I remember Hank Gathers collapsing on a college basketball game. He died of a heart murmur. Yeah, Piccola, it happens more often than not. College football, college basketball happens in high school. A lot of high school kids that's happened to. And they're always like so surprised because they did like, you know, their physicals and stuff like that. And that shit happens more often than not. Film says, hey, Piccola, what up, friend? Big hugs, big heart to see you. Sophie says, but did they stop playing a football game after someone gets injured? No, Sophie, they don't. That's the problem. Piccola says, sup, gabber gag mafia. Not much, Piccola. How was your New Year's, my man? Robbie says, D, out of all the women in WWE, who has potential to be world champ? Potential to be world champ?
Who was that? Out of the women?
Out of all the women in WWE.
Are you talking about for the men?
Out of all the women in WWE, who has potential to be world champ?
Right, but for the men? Is that what they're saying?
Why would you say but for the men?
Okay, world champ's the man.
I don't think I think it's just the women's title. Women's champion.
Okay.
Let's just say that.
There's 3 or 4 that can easily do it.
The
Becky,
potential?
Bailey, Esther, and I don't know if Rhea could do it. I don't see her there yet. And obviously Charlotte. And Charlotte is the world champ, so.
Right.
And Esther is a world champ. So 2 out of the 4. That's just right there.
Yeah.
There's a couple in NXT that I could see come up and make some noise. But I don't know if they can compete with those women in the next 2 years.
Right.
There's this new blonde girl. I have no idea who she is, but she's pretty damn good also. It's not Tiffany Stratton, but she looks like her a lot.
Huh.
She's very athletic also. But I don't know what her name is.
Interesting. Pickle's like, hey, film. Vindicator says all news stations are simultaneously reporting on the collapse now. Not surprising.
I'm sure.
Sophie says, I thought Mia M was with the Bullet Club. Well, one of their people are broken, so they can't have any fights with Judgment Day anymore. And I think they stopped having that and are just doing weird Dominic and Rhea crap.
And then this shit that we're watching right now with Mia Yim.
I guess she decided that they have to put her in every situation to help people because she's just so fucking helpful with her shit fuck ways of wrestling. Oh my god, I fucking just can't stand her. Piccolo says, it's the last hour, hoping for Raw Underground to return. Oh,
right?
Piccolo.
That would be pretty cool. With the Moss working the door.
Sad. It's sad. You know it's never going to happen. Film, Piccolo, help me out real quick. Who's going to win in that armpit match there? Robbie says, oh, D, oi, don't blame me. I never called that man a Pratt. Whatever, you're a Pratt. Raleigh says, sorry, D, Travis, shouldn't assume we'll do it again. Back to wrestling. Really? I'm just... Well, I said that because of the commentator on the ESPN stuff, not you, by the way. You can assume all you want. The guy is a professional and he shouldn't assume things. He can't assume what they're talking about. That's like hearsay and shit. It's like, dude, you don't know what the fuck's happening. Don't even fucking think you do. You can say, I would hope this is what would be happening. I can't say that's happening. I'm not going to assume that's what's happening. Robbie says, D, you're Bessie Miam, a.k.a. Chung Lee. Not even that. Raleigh's like Rhea Ripley for women. Raleigh's like champ.
Chung Lee. Is that the guy from the pawn shop show? The fat guy that
Maybe.
worked behind the counter? What was that called? Vegas Pawn or something? Remember that? It was on
Oh, that was
Channel?
Chum Lee, not Chung.
Oh.
Not Chung Lee. Films like Rally 100%. I definitely want to see her as champion. Rhea Ripley. Robbie says, me stick to force feeding Limited Lee. Lazy Evans could never be champ. She's
I
dead
keep
food.
forgetting she's on there. That sucks because she was there. She
She
in
was
line.
like top notch, gonna be a champion, and then
Then they made her a victim on her comeback, and that didn't
now
work.
they
Now
made her
they're making
another
her
victim
like
on her comeback
sort of a
again.
victim.
Like she is so tough because she was a Marine and la di da di da, but I was a victim because I was a woman who came from this horrible situation. Whatever. Like you grew past it. Stop being a fucking victim. Raleigh says, okay, I thought you were in a mood with me. Get you mixed up. Why would I be in a mood with you, Raleigh? What'd you do?
What'd you do?
What'd you do? Piccolo's like, I will choose AJ Lee. Films like Piccolo, okay, nice. Raleigh's like, who's Mia Yim facing? Okay, Mia Yim wasn't
Mia Yim
facing
isn't
Diddley
there.
Squat Holes.
It was Becky versus Bailey in the Riff Raff, and then Meacham or Xia Li, whatever their name is.
Not Xia Li. Don't you ever,
I'm
ever
trying to
put
think
that
of her
word
name. She's
in your mouth with this
basically
dumb
in there
fuck.
with Retribution or whatever.
Yeah. Garbage face Mia Yim decided to run down to all of a sudden help Becky. And it's like, fuck off, bitch. Like, go back to your hole that you came out of.
I feel bad for Becky. Like, she has to be in there with these three girls that are terrible.
Right?
Like I mean,
Dakota Kai's not
she's
so
not
bad.
terrible, but she's not good.
Yeah. She kind of has her moments.
1, 2. Becky almost had her right there. Now it's Ann Meacham or whatever the hell they keep trying to call her.
Yeah.
What the fuck's her name? Mia Yim. What was her name in Reckoning? I'll start calling her Reckoning.
From the garbage spot that she was in.
Well, she hasn't improved.
No. Not even a little bit. Robbie's like, Raw Underground people were actually taking bets on the crown.
I love it.
Raleigh says, okay, thanks for the update. You're welcome, Raleigh. Film says, Monsieur Travis and Piccolo who will win an
Drop
put
right
deodorant
there.
match Bailey and Sasha or Lacey and Tiffany Stratton.
I definitely love Tiffany Stratton.
I'll pick Lacey and Tiffany Stratton on that one since I'm not a fan of Sasha at all. Like, not even a little. Piccolo's like, who's Becky's partner, that sack of crap, Mia? Yes, Piccolo. And it wasn't her partner. She just inserted herself in the fucking situation like the dumb cunt that she is. Harley's like, hey, I'm back. Sorry, left to go play some WWE Supercard. Probably better than what the fucking crap is happening on our TV right now.
Hopefully this match ends here pretty soon.
Raleigh's like, reckoning Travis from that crap faction. Oh my god. Yeah, that crap.
Reckoning.
That crap is
That's
happening.
what we're going to be calling her from here on out.
That crap. Raleigh says, Slapnuts T-Bar, whatever they're called.
Yeah, Reckoning.
I was like, okay, nice pick, Missy Travis
Marseille
right on.
or whatever, and T-Bar.
Robbie's like, Xia Li isn't good either, D. You know what? She's better than this piece of garbage.
Look, and she got pinned.
I hope she gets fucking pinned. Pin her ass!
Fuck her.
Fuck her indeed. That's right.
Becky just
you know what,
lost
Becky?
because
You
of
lost
the
because of your
riffraff.
dumb fucking cunt bitch that came out to help you. I'm glad she was such a big help.
Becky, beat her up.
Beat her the fuck up. Beat her up. Mind your own fucking business. Stay out of other people's business. Stay the fuck out
Get her, Becky.
of people's business. Hassan says, okay, I'm back. All right, sweet, thanks. Films like Piccolo, who's going to lose this women's pits deodorant match? Ow. I'd be so fucking mad. If that was written to really happen, I'd be like, yeah,
sure
fuck no. And if they came to you and said, this is what's going to happen, I'd be like, you're fucking kidding me. I'm going to have to lose this because of some dumb cunt. And you want me to make her look good? Oh, barf. Like, no thank you.
That was terrible.
Piccolo says something's up. The stream is lagging.
Who knows? Let's go check it. Checking through to be seen.
We supposedly have excellent connection and everything's working well. So it might be something where you might have to go out and come back into YouTube. It might be a YouTube thing.
Still looks pretty good.
Piccolo says, I'm a minute behind. You might have to, like, forward your thing until you're, like, on live.
Unless you're talking about what we're talking about and what you're watching.
Yeah, that might be something, too. We sometimes are behind. Depends. Robbie says, can Dewdrop win the Rumble because of her size?
Yeah, absolutely. I would like to
Sure.
see that. I would like to see them bring her back when she comes, wherever she's at,
And use her size to her advantage.
and be Vader. You never saw Vader, but somebody like that.
Okay.
Somebody that just uses their size and their power and their strength and their athleticism and just decimates everybody they wrestle.
Yeah.
But hardcore.
Seth's doing it all, breathing.
Doing it and doing it and doing it wow.
I'm glad he's doing all of it and breathing. Feels like if Becky didn't get distracted and fought Bailey, she probably would have won.
Yeah, it's okay.
Meh.
She got to beat up Bailey, too.
Pickle says, I'm a minute behind. Vindicator says, Becky was dumb to accept a handicap match, though. She's the one that said to do it. She didn't really accept it. She was the one that had the idea.
But then she got a weakling.
And then she got garbage that somehow decided to come out and help her.
Wouldn't it have been better there, just saying, she wanted it. She asked for it on Twitter to bring Dana Brooke out.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Have her help her.
I feel like that would have been a better play.
At least that would have
off the
been a
whole
better,
thing.
like, if she got pinned, I wouldn't have been like, oh. Like, oh, that's sad. Poor Dana. Instead of, oh my fucking God, could you do any worse?
No, she's the worst wrestler I've ever seen. Ever. Men, women, everything.
Can't stand her. Pickle is like Bailey and Sasha. And Robbie says, oh, do you need to drop a sound effects for me again? No, she doesn't even deserve sound effects.
I don't know.
Film's like, okay, Pickle, fantastic pick. And Robbie says, D, it was a squash match anyway. Raleigh says, hope do drop Piper nothing. Film says, Piccolo, 2 more matches for the night. Here we go. There you go. Piccolo, there's a question just for you. Hey.
Would you rather go to the dentist or watch Mia Yim wrestle?
I'd rather go to the dentist. Literally would rather go to the dentist.
It's Shinsuke Nakamura!
Robbie's like, please not Lita in the Rumble.
She's probably going to be there, guys. Sorry to say it.
Yeah.
They got to bring in some legends because they don't have enough spots.
Harley says, but I will see you guys Wednesday night getting ready to go to bed. All right, Harley, you go to bed. We'll see you on Wednesday.
Ya.
Thanks for hanging out with us tonight on Raw. We'll definitely see you for AEW Dynamite.
Thanks for watching Empathy Gap.
Probably not happening. Have no empathy for pussies. Films like Robbie, you don't like Lita? Yeah, me too. Not going to lie to you. Me too.
I don't mind Lita.
What the fuck's wrong with Lita? Who
20
is she?
years ago.
What's wrong with her?
She was that redheaded girl that comes back every once in a while. She's a veteran.
Oh, was she that one that like tried to be all like, I can do it just like all these young ones?
Yeah, she's the punk rocker. Like,
Oh, that weird one.
mosh pits and stuff.
Oh.
She got no butt at all. Like, none. Like, her butt didn't got smoked off.
Bobby says, Vin, I think you win all the armpit matches. Well, Vindicator probably does, considering. Carla says, anytime you guys are like my wrestling family. Oh, well, that's sweet. We appreciate that.
Having a lot of fun doing it, too. Thanks for hanging out with us.
We're just in a commercial, guys.
It is. It's a commercial break. We don't have football tonight.
And they
Because the
didn't
Bills
show a match
forfeit.
that could be happening before we went to commercial, so I don't know what's up next.
Well, they were interviewing Seth, and we know that's going to be the main event, and those usually
Seth
start.
and Austie,
They could literally start that right now.
the little kid. Oh, Austie? Is it going to be
Austie.
between him and Austie?
Is that what we're calling it? Man?
I don't know. I just feel like he's a child, so it might work that way.
He's the champion.
He's a child.
He's the champion of the world.
He is a child,
He's the only main champion on Raw.
which is pretty fucked up and stupid. Ah. Pico's like, would you rather have a Fear Factor segment with like a tub full of bugs for 2 minutes or watch Mia Yim wrestle? I would take the bugs. I would take the tub full of bugs for 2 minutes.
Is X Factor and Fear Factor the same fucking show?
I don't think so. Nobody told me what X Factor was, so I just assumed that they're separate things.
I'm wondering if it was Fear Factor and they changed it after Joe Rogan left, maybe?
Yeah. What the fuck is X Factor?
Because I think Joe
Don't fucking come in my chat and say, X Factor's coming back. It's making a comeback. I mean, I don't even know what the fuck it is. Like, explain it. Like, give me a definition or tell me what the show's about. So at least I can go, oh, okay. Because I have never seen it. Never. Never.
Maybe.
Because I don't know what the fuck it is. Can't say I've seen it. I don't know what it is. If I had seen it, I would probably know what it was, right? We'll at least have an idea. Oh, it's one of those kind of shows. Because I have no idea what it is, so I can't even say.
Fear Factor, X Factor.
Robbie's like, Lita has had her time. Just a bozo. Pico's like, Paige and AJ keeping it old school for film. And film says, well, speaking of Vin, where is he? I've been trying to make him answer one of my women's armpit match questions. Vindicator is there. And he just said that Becky was dumb to accept a handicap match, though. So he's been around. He might just be doing other things. Pico's like, what happened in...
Oh, X Factor's a music show. Like, where they go, they guess who's under the mask type thing.
Fucking crap about
that. It's that Simon Cowell.
Simon Cowell? Oh, Jesus,
and some other celebrities. Oh, never mind. I thought it was going to be something cool.
That's fucking dumb as fuck.
I was excited.
Pico, so what happened in Monday Night Football tonight? So a Bills player...
tackled
somebody. It didn't look like a bad tackle, but we all know that can kind of be a little deceiving, right? It didn't look like a bad tackle. He got straight up from the tackle and then literally got sketty legs and collapsed backwards on the field. They called medics out there. All the medics came out. Unfortunately, something happened, and they had to start doing CPR. They called the ambulance in. They took him out of the game, off the field, and took him to a hospital nearby. They went ahead and suspended the game 23 minutes after that happened. They went all to the back to see if they were going to continue, and then they announced that they're going to postpone this particular match, or whatever you call it, game. But they don't have a time of when that might happen. So, who knows? I personally think that the Bills should just forfeit the game. The Bengals were ahead 7-3, and the Bengals should win the game. And just be done with it. They pretty much gave up. I get it that you're upset about your teammate and stuff like that, but there's nothing that you could do more than go out there on the field and literally fucking win the game for that person. Whether he lives or dies.
So basically, it's looking like when he made that tackle, that maybe it did something to his heart.
Okay.
Because he hit with his chest. But.
Oh, so maybe he just got whatchamacallit, not a murmur, but
right. So he has a pulse, but he is not breathing.
So it might have crushed a lung,
right.
Broken some ribs or something, collapsed, maybe possibly in his lung. Which I didn't see him hit that hard with his chest, but maybe he did on that guy's shoulder just enough in his pads area that it hit in one spot. Because your sternum, if you punch somebody right in the right spot...
He's got a breathing tube, and he's in critical condition. That's what we know so far. That's
what they're specifying on...
Well, I'm on Twitter, but the Trikamaki.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know, somebody with the blue thing.
Oh, that's cool. Anyways, so that's the stuff there. Robbie says, "I'll empathy gab, love the rebranding." That's not my rebranding, that's Travis. Robbie, give where credit's due. Film's got another Picola question for some armpits, and Picola says, X Factor, that's the Simon Cowell competition show. It's like the American Idol, right? Well, there you go. As Robbie says, X Factor's that bozo singing competition. DU got cool. Doesn't mean that I want to look it up. Do you understand? I don't care enough. But if you're going to come into my chat and say shit, you might as well continue on with the information. Don't just say stuff and expect me to know what it is, because I don't. I don't watch that crap, so I couldn't even tell you what it is. Film's like, Robbie, speaking of Vin, where on earth is he? Okay, Film, I think you need to calm down and leave Vin alone. Okay? Just leave him alone. It's fine. He goes and does other things. He takes breaks. It's fine. It's fine.
That's what I need.
A man?
It's my scrubber.
A man to scrub your stuff?
Yeah, just a dude.
Just a dude to scrub things. Oh, that stupid bitch is doing it. She's probably doing it all wrong. Look at her. Did you see what she was doing? She was ruining her pan. What a dumb cunt.
She was scrubbing the inside of it.
Scrubbing the crap out of her pan. Ruining it. Taking the finish off of it.
Oh, they're showing the Dominic stuff. It's Dominic the donkey.
I was like, okay, that makes more sense
I
than you
didn't
do.
listen to
Tell
that
him I
song once.
said, hey, tell him he's welcome to talk to me anytime in the chat right here. I'm sure he will, film. It's fine. Like, he just does his thing, man. Film, Piccolo's and this trip threat is going to do it. Piccolo's like, isn't this a playoff implications game? Yes, it's a
Yeah,
very
it was
important game,
important.
actually.
That's why I think the Bills should have to forfeit or
They
play.
should have to forfeit or play.
Because it's their players that are refusing to play.
Yep. It's not the Bengals who are refusing, and it's not like I have no sympathy for the person and what's happening with his life or anything like that. But it's under control. Okay? It's under control.
There's nothing they can do.
They can't do anything by not playing. What's the best thing they could do? Go out there and fucking play for the man. Go out there and make this game mean fucking something. And instead, they gave up. They fucking gave up. It's sad. It's pathetic. Jaco Robertson in the chat. Hey, Jaco, nice to see you. Says morning. Good
It's
morning.
a joke to you. I did hard time, and I survived. Prison changes
my
a
God.
man.
They even gave him a little
eye.
tear tattoo. Jesus, what did you do? Shank somebody?
Prison changes a man.
He totally picked up the soap. Oh, so now he's supposed to be some badass. Oh my God.
Yeah, prison changes a man.
I'm going to throw up with this shit. My God, it makes me
You got it,
sick.
done it now!
Smack talking him. Robbie's like, do you think the promos at WWE have got better or worse? Well, since they don't do a lot of promos, I couldn't say. And according to what I've heard from like the 80s
They're bringing
and like
the
90s,
champion out.
like promos are like these things that are like a thing of the past.
The good ones.
The good ones, so I've heard.
Let me tell you something, Mean Gene.
Because that's maybe Charlotte. Sure, I'll pick her. Robbie says, D, their minds might not be in the game after the incident.
No, that's a fact. They got to get it in there.
But
What do you do
their
in war?
mind should be on the game.
What do you do in war? If your buddy dies, you just throw up the white flag and walk away?
No, you sit there and
If we
cry
had
over his
that-
dead body for 20 hours.
If we had that attitude, then everybody in Europe would be speaking British if America had that attitude.
No, they'd be speaking German.
German.
You'd all be speaking German over there. If we all had that attitude. I'm so glad that our country wasn't based on that, and I'm pretty sad that our country is now becoming that. It's pathetic and gross. Film's like, okay, Charlotte for the win. Piccolo, nice pick. Piccolo says, who brought up singing competition shows? Sophie.
Somebody in here said something about
Sophie.
an X Factor coming back.
Sophie.
And I got excited because I thought it was Fear Factor.
Sophie.
Come to find out that it was a singing competition.
Sophie said it. Sophie did it. Sophie talked about it. Sophie didn't give all the information. It's all Sophie's fault for bringing up stupid shit.
But Dalitha's going to take accountability, so I guess it was Dalitha.
It was Sophie. I can go back in the chat and I'll take pictures of it and show you who did it. Film's
So the
like,
champion's coming out first, which is back. What are they? What's that word? Backwards or something like that? Backwards. Backwards. There's a saying, but
ass backwards?
that works. Ass backwards. I don't think that's it, but I thought it started with a bass. But anyways, champion came out first. So Austin Theory is out there. Next will be Seth Rollins, and that's your last match of the night.
Back-asswards?
Yeah, it's something like that.
Dunkel says, man, Bliss looks just gave fantastic BG with that messy makeup. Nasty.
Oh wow.
Piccolo's
a
like,
bukkake.
Liv, of course. Film's like, okay, nice. Piccola, Jacob must retract it. And Robbie says, nah, I don't watch reality TVD.
Good for you.
I don't either. It's dumb shit. Film's like, bye, Missy and Travis. I'll talk to you later. Love you guys. See you on Wednesday. If not, definitely Friday. Bye. Peace out. Love this stream. God bless America and women in wrestling. I love. All right, Film. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. We really appreciate it. If we see you on Wednesday, we do. And if not, we will see you on Friday. Have a fantastic week, my friend. Piccolo says, dang, it's on Fox News. Yeah, I'm sure it is. Ravi says, Cola, Sophie did. Yes. See, even Ravi knows who brought it up. Jaco says, the Rockwell new WWE Undisputed Championship, WWE Universal Championship, WrestleMania 39.
Maybe.
Pickle says, glad I missed it. Yeah, well, too bad. Film's like, bye guys, big hug, big heart. Robbie says, so do you think Nye is an overrated night?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of. I don't know what that means. Nye.
NYE? Do you think NYE night is an overrated night. I don't. You know what? Sometimes I kind of understand what you're trying to say, but I give up. So if it's like, remember the show Happy Days? Paramount Plus only has the second season of it. Why, those fucking bastards. Burn them. Burn them down to the ground. Burn them. Burn them. Throw them into the pits of hell. Pico's like, Robbie, like 605 Saturday Night World Championship Wrestling was where I learned about promos.
Oh, yeah.
Robbie says, but this is different to war. Not in a lot of senses, Robbie.
It's supposed to be the same thing. That's how you get your troops ready to go.
You're out on
in
the
a football
field.
Game.
You have to trust the men around you to make sure that nothing happens. But when something does, what do? You rally your fucking players! That's what you fucking do. But instead, they're all a bunch of fucking pussy-assed pansy pants. And that's what happens when you grow up. And you raise fucking children instead of men. So it says, no way this is going to last the last half hour. No, but the commercials might. Pickles like Flair, Dusty Rhodes, Jim Cornette. No scripting, just off the dome promos about real man hate. And just, I'll see you in a cage in Baltimore, brother. Yay. Sophie says, still don't know where this Dominic Rey Mysterio feud and storyline is going. It's about hard time in prison right now, Sophie, and how now he's a real man because of it, according to him and his words. I was like, yeah, Colo promos were big back in the day. Jaco says Hulk Hogan versus John Cena, WrestleMania 39. Yeah, that's what I want to see. I just want to see it. Sophie's like, I don't see why people are hating this episode of Raw. People are hating it. I don't know what's happening.
I don't know why they would hate this episode.
Who's saying it, Sophie? 5 people? Like, is it the bots on, all the social media places? I don't know what you're talking about. But it was like New Year's Eve in a big city, maybe. Vindicators like Travis and Duluth, you guys take care and see you for another Jericho or Moxley bloody edition of Dynamite. Night. Bye, Vin. You have a good night. We'll see you on Wednesday, maybe for some blood and gore, probably, if there's some kind of weird thing. Pickle is like, murder.
Oh, they're trying to play out Fat Boy here.
Sophie says there are rumors when Vince was still in charge, the planned Mania match being talked about was Cody versus John Cena for this year Mania. Robbie says,
oh, wow.
NYE
well, glad that didn't
short
happen.
for New
Because we
Year's
need Cody
Eve.
as world champ.
Right? Oh, New Year's Eve. Okay, let me go back. Oh, he said, so do you think New Year's Eve is an overrated night? No, I think it's a night of glorious celebrations.
I think that one and the 4th of July are probably the best two.
For having fun, and as long as you're responsible with your fun, I think it's great.
They're not up to any religion, and I mean,
right.
Obviously, they are American, at least one of them. The other one,
New Year's Eve, everybody has a new year.
Right, I'm talking about the other
Except
one.
for China. China doesn't do that. Their New Year's is somewhere, theirs is different.
Yeah.
It's like in August or July or...
It's the end of January.
Oh, the end of January when the Zodiac stuff happens.
Did you forget about the whole pandemic?
Yeah, I literally forgot about it because I don't like to think about it. So I just put it out of my mind and think people are stupid for talking about it. So it was like there are rumors of when still in charge, you plan on making... Oh, I read that. Robbie says, oh, that, and I read that. And Pico says, oh my God, Dee said hard times just like Dusty. Loving it. I did?
Here comes Seth.
When did I do that?
They're sure taking their sweet-ass time to get down to the ring.
I wouldn't know Piccola because I've never heard anything that Dusty Rhodes said. What do you mean? I said it like him. Hard times. Robbie says, D, war, you haven't got a choice but to carry on. Well,
Thank
Robbie,
you.
let's put it this way. They have paychecks, right? And it should be put in there that they do have to carry on. And in fact, they should all want to for that person. In honor of that person, they should have carried on. But they're all pansy pants now, so. Jay goes, that's your attraction. So says about John Cena versus Hulk Hogan versus The Rock versus Austin for Mania. Yes, that's what I want to see.
As long as Hulk Hogan wins, I'm good.
I hope that The Rock does it and then his guts come out of his body again like he did the last
Ew.
time he had a fight. And then Hulk Hogan has to come in his walker because he like put his hip out or something. John Cena forgot to work out and he's all like loosey-goosey because he doesn't have any muscles to do it. And Austin trips on something as he comes down to the thing of face plants. That'll all be perfect.
You're so weird.
Hey, if you guys can fantasy book, I can fantasy book my way.
Well, I was just saying that John Cena's 10 years younger than all the other ones. He's going to win. If that was the case.
Is
Hogan's
Austin,
the oldest.
But is Austin like Austin, what's his face?
Yeah, Steve Austin.
Stone Cold
Yeah.
guy?
Yeah, he's saying all the legends. He's basically saying Mount Rushmore wrestles.
Well, he does kind of walk funny, so it would be plausible that he would trip.
Spill some beer and fall on it.
Slip and fall. The wet floor. Got him.
My hip.
I broke my hip. Right, says it made me like a Clark tonight. Pickle says, I'm the year of the horse. I wish I was. I think I'm a fucking goat.
Who knows what I am?
Jaco says Hulk Hogan versus Roman Reigns Backlash 2023. Oh, Jesus Christ. So if what the fuck? Yeah, that's great. I think that should happen. He'll get his walker out there. He's all whacking him with it. What do you say, brother?
All I gotta say is Hogan in his prime makes short work of him, so.
Somebody says I found out today / tonight that the garbage men aren't coming to pick up the garbage today. As they always do.
Yeah.
And for some reason, the recycling men didn't come this past Thursday.
Yeah, they were all screwed off by 1 week. I was
One day.
irritated. I put my shit out on Wednesday. They didn't show up. Or Thursday. They didn't show up. Set out by the curb all day.
Robbie's like, I mean, for going, put New Year's Eve is overrated. As you get older, lots of people I know prefer to chill than go out.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's an inside party.
It's definitely not a party that you can't not take a nap before you have. Let's put it that way.
I woke up hungover and all sorts of beat up, and I didn't even drink. I hung out with fucking 16-year-olds. That'll put you down.
People's like, hey, I don't know anything about the Chinese zodiac, just to confirm.
Me neither. I know nothing.
I know nothing. I don't know much about it either. I just know that their New Year's stuff is like sometime in a different part of the year. So they don't really celebrate like New Year's Eve, you could say, of a new year. Their New Year's different. And that like every year is like a different animal.
Mm-hmm.
It's the year of this or the year of that.
The year of the bat was 2020.
That's terrible. Pickle's like best fantasy booker ever. Like detox like Mia Yum at times. What the fuck? Dude, that's just fucking not right and rude. Yeah. This is why I'm mean to you, man. Because you say shit like that. Just because you're embarrassed by your short stature doesn't mean you have to lash out at other people and make up stuff. Like, I don't even know why you're making up stuff. It's not cool, man. So it was like, I would not be surprised that Goldberg will sign with AEW next year.
I doubt it.
About Roman Reigns versus HBK. Yeah, maybe he can knock his eye straight. With his Superman punch.
Well, we went into the match cockeyed and we came out all feeling straight, so. Because he's a sexy boy.
Just give me more ammunition. Don't do it. Jacob's like The Rock versus Brock Lesnar. WWE Undisputed Championship. WWE Universal Championship Backlash 2023.
You don't want The Rock to get hurt like that.
How is he getting the championship from Roman?
He
At
wins
what
it at Mania.
point? Oh, he wins at Mania. Robbie says John Cena looks a stepdad these days, more so with the balding hairstyle. Yeah, poor guy.
That's his actor. That's what his character is.
His character is kind of like father-like, I guess. Jacob says Mr. Bean versus John Cena. Yes. Sophie's like, the recycling men, most weeks they come before the garbage men, and some weeks they come after the garbage men.
Yep. That's how it is here, too.
Like,
Same
they
day.
attack them? They're like, I'm coming after the garbage man!
Same day, but different times of the day.
I've got a milk gallon carton to get you. Sorry. Sophie's like, about Randy Orton, Cena, Edge versus Goldberg, Sting, and Kevin Nash. Like, are these old people you're talking about in their prime? Like, are you saying Goldberg, Sting, and Kevin Nash are in their prime against Randy Orton, Cena, and Edge? Like, in their prime? Or are you talking, like, all of them at the age they're at now? Because if that's the case... If that's the case, you got a big problem. One of them's coming down and is fucking rascal. Oh, two of them, my bad. Edge and Kevin Nash, and they're rascals. And then you've got Sting, who can, comes down, but he's weird and has to paint his face.
But he won't be able to jump on them off something.
Because of his neck. And then Goldberg, doesn't he have the same fucking problem?
He got no problems. He beat them all up. Except for Cena. Cena could kick his ass. But...
Randy Orton's got a fucking broken back. You're like, get in there, you fucking bitch. He's all in traction. Jesus fucking Christ.
That's a true handicap match.
On another level.
Shit could be in the Special Olympics.
I'm sorry. I know you guys like to do these fantasy things, but sometimes if you don't give enough information, my mind's like, these motherfuckers are fucking old. And most of those things that you just gave me are fucking retired. And old. Jacob's like, old Roman Reigns back. Robbie says, what's the best Filipino food? That will be a question for Picola. Sophie says, Randy Orton, Edge, Cena, Batista versus Hulk Hogan, Triple H, Steve Austin, and The Rock. And they all have to be in their prime, according to Sophie.
If they're all in their prime, whatever team Hulk Hogan's on wins.
Yes.
Not shitting.
There you go.
There's no way he loses.
In their prime, the one with Goldberg probably and Kevin Nash would win. I'm sure he's a big guy.
Hulk Hogan was a big guy and strong.
No, I meant on the other one. If they're in their prime with Randy Orton, Cena, and Edge versus Goldberg, Sting, and Kevin Nash.
And not to mention Sting's...
I'm going to say that side, the Goldberg, Sting, Kevin Nash side, is probably going to win.
Yeah, hands down.
I've seen pictures of them in their prime. So I'm going to say that team would win if they're all in their prime. Pickle says, now that's a comeback angle. HBK gets his straight eyes back. Right? Like, what the fuck? Pickle's like, Robbie, what have you tried, bud? I was like, LOD, HBKO. Defo sexy with his cross eyes and growling voice. God, fuck no. That guy makes me throw up. Pickle's like, the last week I've eaten more Filipino food up to my neck. I need a cheeseburger. Damn.
That's funny.
So he says, we've never seen Brock versus Edge in a one-on-one feud. I'm pretty sure that Edge would be broken in half like a fucking toothpick.
You gotta remember, he had a broken neck. And Goldberg's moves put a lot of pressure on your neck.
Well, even if it was Brock, they're saying we never seen Brock versus Edge.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God. He probably would have broke his neck earlier than when it happened. That's sad. That's scary shit right there. Brock can be very careful with people.
Brock can be gentle with him, but he's
physical, too.
He's going to throw him
gentle
around.
but physical is a completely different monster. Robbie says, Cola, I haven't eaten Filipino food. Sophie says, Batista was backstage at SmackDown this past week.
I've seen that.
Oh, he didn't want to go out to the stage to see if people laughed at him so he could cry. Pickle's like, my mom shared this recipe with coconut milk, braised whole chicken, and chopped cassava melon.
Yum.
Put it over steamed rice. So good. What's cassava melon? What does it taste like? Sophie's like, Summer Rae is backstage.
Yummy.
Is she dancing around?
The Fandango's old music. Dun, 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 dun,
Dun, dun, dun, dun, dun. I do remember that music a little bit.
Fandango.
So it says Batista is best friends with Titus O'Neil. That's good for him. Robbie says, yeah, I don't think HBK can walk in a straight lines with his cross eyes. Dude, I have no idea I don't know anything about the dude except for he annoys me and I hate him. I don't like him at all. Everything about him. Like nothing. And then I watched that one segment with him, with that whole debacle with that one guy, and I hated him even more.
Oh, yeah, the screw job in Montreal.
Pickle. OMG Fandango. Go. So it was like William Regal confirmed this weekend that he is officially done with AEW.
Bye.
I'm pretty sure he told us that before. That he officially said it some other time. That it really happened. Go get him, Seth! Kick his ass! Oh no! He hit the turnbuckle instead. With his face! Oh no! Austin thought he could get him. He's like, I'll put you in a headlock. Elbow him in the kidney. Oh, wait, you can't. This is wrestling. Robbie's like, Summer Rae has a big nose. Maybe she just needs to get it broken so she can go get it redone. Like, Ruby Soho.
She's one of those girls that just has the legs kind of like...
Summer Rae is the kind of girl, when you look at them straight on, they look okay. But the minute that you see their profile, you're like, oh my fuck.
What's the girl that did the thing with Dolly Parton?
Miley Cyrus.
She's just legs. That's it.
True. So it says now William Regal can't appear on WWE TV for a year. Robbie says, Sophie, we talked about that before. Exactly. Like, I don't want to rehash all the crap. We know William Regal doesn't work for AEW anymore. We know he officially doesn't work for him at all. We know he's not going to be on WWE TV for a year.
Nobody cares about William Regal.
The guy needs to just go away. Like, go to fucking Britain and screw their lives up instead. Can he just go back to Blackpool or wherever the hell he came from in his garbage heap? Go back to the bin where he came from, man.
Go back to NXT and just be a general manager.
Sophie's like, I wasn't here for that conversation. That's so funny, Sophie, because you're the one that brought it up before. Anyways, Robbie's like, how hard is the turnbuckle? Well, if you take the soft thing off of it, since it's pure fucking metal, how hard do you think it is?
It's pretty hard.
And I've seen those little pads that come off there. They're not very padded. I mean, they're padded probably so you won't get, like, cut open injury.
Yeah, George the Animal still used to eat them.
But the turnbuckles?
Yeah.
Like, the actual metal?
No.
Oh, the soft thing?
He'd rip it apart and eat it.
Ew.
And his tongue was all green, and he'd be like,
Like, really ate it? Or just ripped it apart and looked like he ate it?
Basically.
That's fucking weird.
It was awesome. He was so great. He was part of my childhood. Like, Trio would come over and be like, where's that guy that eats his turnbuckle?
That's weird. Pickle's like, on Peacock, they had an Christmas special and seen Mark Henry in a Santa suit and Damian Sandow in a Santa suit.
Damian Sandow. That's great.
That's hilarious. Picola, so you did mention a recipe about what your mom shared, but you didn't really answer Ravi in what is the best Filipino food. I mean, that recipe was really good, but like, if he had to order it from somewhere, like let's say they have a restaurant to go to, what kind of Filipino food would he order?
Like a Filipino McDonald's. What's on their menu?
Maybe not that, but I mean just a Filipino restaurant. Like,
I was being
like Jollibee's is like a Filipino restaurant, I'm pretty sure. And I don't know if they have it in Ravi's area, but I'm pretty sure they have a couple in the UK, if I remember right. But I mean,
Philippines, that guy versus food, is that where he goes? Is that kind of stuff? Is it like the million-year-old egg?
In the Philippines?
Is that area?
I'm not sure if that is theirs,
I know where
or
the
if that's
Philippines
like.
is, but
I
thought it was in that area.
Maybe.
Nate, like chicken lungs and shit.
I don't know.
Chicken ovaries.
Maybe.
I'm not saying that that's their best food. I'm just saying, like in their streetcars or whatever they're called.
I don't know.
Their street food.
I don't think so. I want to say the 1,000-year-old egg thing is like a China thing. Maybe. I don't remember. It's been so long since we
watched that kind of stuff.
Watched that, yeah.
That bald guy, and he'd just go around just eating like this food, and it was
stuff.
always good. He's like, "This is rooster balls."
Right? He's like, "This is delicious.
But this is the ovaries. Hopefully, I don't have baby eggs in my belly."
Robbie's like, D, you're brutal, but keep going. Pico's like, Mark tore up a couple presents. One was a pie, and he pied Sando in the face.
Oh, shit. Dude, I saw this video today. It was so funny.
Did he tear them up like they were like phone books? Like from New York, and they're like, 4 inches thick. He's like, "Rah!" I mean, because the reason why I asked that is because Mark Henry was the strongest man in the world, right? He was a strong man.
Yeah.
Like the same thing like Braun Strowman did or whatever. He was in those competitions.
I think he was more of a power lifter because he's an Olympian.
Oh, okay. I thought he did some of the
who knows
strongman stuff
but he's
too,
an Olympic.
but maybe not.
I don't think he ever won a medal in the Olympics. But he was an Olympic power lifter. That dude was a beast.
Yes. I remember when McKenna loved him.
Oh, yeah. That was her favorite wrestler.
It was her favorite wrestler for so long. It was so cute. Sophie's like, I feel bad for AJ because he might be missing Mania, or by the time he is back, it won't be enough time to build a Mania match.
Oh, he'll be fine.
He can come back.
They can do it with words.
They can do it with words. He can come back and maybe not necessarily be in the ring to do it, but his people in his little group can. His little
something
fun
with like
dudes.
him versus Finn Balor one-on-one's fine. They could just say, hey, let's do that. Put on the pre-show or something. It'll work. Mm-hmm. Have Finn Balor come out as the demon.
Right. People's like, LOL, Jollibee should be all over the world. Dude, I have seen like the Jollibee stuff and it looks really good. And they do not have them in my area. So it's really stupid. They should be in more places. Ravi says, Sophie, you're like some of the mental patients I work with. You just don't stop. So it's like, do you think we will see WWE AEW working partnership in the future? Somehow, some way. So you ask this like every stream, like all the time.
Is it AEW?
AEW, WWE partnership working together, blah, 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 in the future.
I don't think Triple H is opposed to anything, but I know if Khan goes out and makes a feud with him, he's not going to work with him.
Yeah, and Khan has done some stuff as of late that kind of makes it that way, so.
Well, he likes to talk.
Yeah, and he doesn't talk well, as in he talks stupid. Like with words out of his mouth, but it's really his butt.
He's kind of a creepy guy.
I know, he is creepy.
Well, I mean, just for the talent. Like, he hugs them all. Samoa Joe knew he was going to try to hug him, and so he took off.
He's like, run away!
It was pretty funny. When he signed, he's like, peace. I'm not getting one of those weird hugs. Because he does. He's like a weird hugger. Not like a normal hugger. He, like, hugs like a 12-year-old girl that just saw her dad or something.
Yeah, he's like a little kid. He's literally like a little kid. It's kind of creepy. It's like he doesn't have a maturity level. It's so strange. Pickle says Adobe chicken or pork is standard. That sounds about right. What I've seen over some of my videos I watch. Ravi says, Sophie, no, they are not. Pickle says, yeah, I would believe Filipinos use the entire pig or fish.
Nice.
Yeah, I could see that.
Do they use chicken ovaries?
I'm sure they find a way.
And lungs?
You know what? I look at it the same way as I would in like Mexican or South American cuisine. Because in all reality, they use everything as well.
2 and 3. No, we almost had a new champion
like
right there,
a lot of Asian cultures do the same thing.
This
like
is the championship match.
Oh,
Seth fell down.
Oh, his knee. His knee's broken.
Hopefully that's not real.
I hope it's not real. It popped. Oh, no.
If he tore a ligament, can you imagine what that'll do for the rest of the year?
Oh, it would suck ass.
He didn't. He's back. He's being physical with it. He's putting weight on it, see?
Oh, no. He put him back.
So maybe it was some...
He's holding on to the rope and he can't get him.
Match that I didn't see that weakened it.
He's talking to the ref a little more there, though. Maybe he's just making sure the ref knows that, no, I'm fine. Because I don't think he got a chance to say to him that he was. So
unless he was supposed to win and he has a real injury and he goes over. But there's no way you're doing that with a real knee injury.
No.
He holds on to it.
I don't know. We did see
what's-his-face
do
Theory
some stuff.
Counters it.
Logan or a Paul or whatever the fuck his name is. Who did all those moves even after he hurt his knee.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But he's young, so it's different.
Do it before it swells up too big. Mm-hmm. He's holding it there.
Oh, let's see. Sophie says, do you guys have a subscriber goal for this year like most YouTube channels have?
No, I'd like to, but every time I go to do that stuff, we get none for like a month.
Yeah. I'm just saying if we get subscribers, that's a goal. And I'm glad for it. Thank you. We appreciate each and every one of you.
I think we got like 7 tonight. So
Robbie
that's
says,
pretty cool.
is ballot still a popular Filipino dish? What is that? Did I say it right? Dunkel says, can't believe this match is still going on.
It's going to go on for another few minutes because we
Couple
still have
minutes
5
more.
minutes left in the show.
Hassan says, okay, I hope
Great
you guys
show, though.
know the last one. What's happening with the last one?
What is that?
Sophie says, now the Judgment Day, the OC feud is dropped with the AJ Styles injury.
What has to be?
Ravi says, Travis, what was the best stuff you have collected or bought over the years?
I mean, obviously, baseball cards and stuff in the old days. I didn't know they were going to be worth money later on, but and then video games. I've got a bunch of video games.
Video consoles right now
Consoles
and stuff.
Games and systems and stuff and such.
Sophie says, like I said before, I sometimes forget if I say certain things or bring up things for the first time.
And that's
Dunkel
fine.
says, breaking knees. Sophie says, built up WNEW have to do working partnerships with major sports like MLB and NFL. Hey, get up. Get up. Stop that.
Yeah, it makes it fun too, especially when companies work together.
Get out of there. Stop that.
So now
No.
Seth basically can't walk at all on that leg, so I don't know what's happening.
You leave it alone. I will spray you. Stop it, you little poop poop.
Did you just threaten him?
I did. I did threaten his little poop ass.
Put water in your mouth and spit it at him.
I might do that, little
Like Triple
turd.
H. It's all about the game
I just-
and how you play it.
I just pour it on him.
Uh-oh, pedigree.
Oh no, he almost had it. Ow!
This could
Elbow
do
to
it,
his
guys.
face hole.
Theory, gonna lose that title tonight. We're gonna have a new champion.
I don't know what's happening.
This is like the day 1 pay-per-view last year when Big E lost his title.
Right?
Here it comes. Curb stomp, but his knee's broken. Remember, he blew his knee out.
Ooh. Dunkel's like breaking knees. Sophie says built WWE do working partnership. I read that one. Robbie says, can he pop the knee back in?
Yeah, you just lay down a pole on it.
Just
or
like
whatever.
poop and it's done, right? Pickle's like, yo, balut. Oh, thank you. Oh no, never. What is it? What's wrong with it?
Theory's taking his title and going home, and that's the way to do it. If you're
Just
the
leave.
champion, you have to be pinned or submitted. You do not lose
just
your
give
title
up, right?
on a count out or a disqualification.
True that. Sophie says, what are your 2023 bold predictions for both companies? Bold predictions?
AEW signs a major talent. And,
Roman Reigns loses the titles.
And Roman Reigns gonna not be champion by the end of the year.
Sophie says you guys still don't see yourselves as YouTubers yet. No, I'm just a person. Robbie says, do you guys get ad revenue money like other channels do?
We can.
We can if we turn it on and stuff.
It's on, but we don't distract from it or whatever it's called. Subtract from it. So it's just accumulating.
Yeah. Devin Rice says, is Seth Rollins really hurt? You know, if
It's hard to tell, but I'm going to say
is-
no because they wouldn't allow him to jump off the top rope with 1 foot.
Yeah, I think that he is like being very good at showing he might have an injury. I'm
It's the
hoping
championship
for
belt.
real he doesn't, but you never know, right?
Here
guys?
it comes curb stomp. If he hits this, it's over. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Theory reverses
Oh,
again.
oh,
Referee's
no, the
out.
poor ref!
Referee is out. There's 2 minutes left in the show.
Oh, it landed
Oh,
on that
Seth's
knee
knee
again and it's
blew out.
broken. Pickle's like, bold Vince makes
There
a
it
TV
is.
appearance
Triple
on
H's
ROH.
finisher, the pedigree. Here comes another referee.
Robbie says,
New
egg.
champion. 1, 2, 3. No,
Oh,
Austin Theory
almost.
kicks out.
Robbie
The
says,
intestinal fortitude.
balut is that egg embryo thing. So it is a Filipino thing. Okay, so it wasn't the Philippines. I couldn't remember if that was the one we watched and it was there or not. Yeah. I couldn't imagine that's very popular. I'm pretty sure the younger set probably doesn't really like eat that kind of stuff. Pretty sure that's probably like the
Seth,
older
you have it right
generations.
here. You got a new referee in there. He's going to hit him with the curb stomp. He's got spit in his beard. He's got spittle.
Spit. Oh, he
Yes.
missed it
Move.
again. Oh, no.
Ah, not into that referee. Oh, no, right in the dick.
Oh, low blow.
The dick
Right
punch.
into his knee.
Then hit him with that. Here comes A-Town down, guys. Austin Theory.
Austin with a cheat with a low blow.
1, 2, 3. It's only cheating if you get caught.
Well, it's a good thing the ref had his back turned.
Austin Theory with the dub.
He retained his title, and everybody's upset.
Hey, guys.
Nobody likes it.
It's the match of the year.
They're like totally like not happy burying Seth Rollins with this garbage. People's like, "Hello, that would never happen." Wait, scratch that. Shane O'Mac. That's funny. Vince makes a TV appearance on ROH. Devin says, no, Seth Rollins has really be hurt. No, I don't think so, Devin. He's not really hurt. Robbie says, you deserve to get paid for your quality channel. And Sophie's like, wow, who is next for Theory?
Who?
His mom.
Who?
Just kidding, I don't know. For the U.S. title?
Who?
I don't know. Somebody out there really wants it.
Hey, guess who's going to be on this show tonight? Sasha Banks.
And we're leaving. Turn off the television because I don't want to see
You don't want to see Sasha?
Nope, none of it.
She might quit right in the middle of it.
Probably. Devin says, goodbye, you guys. Bye. Thanks for joining us tonight, Devin. We really appreciate it. We will be back again on Wednesday, everybody, for AEW Dynamite.
Hopefully they bring it. But anyways, we just had the match of the year so far. Austin Theory, Seth Rollins.
Don't get tired of that, guys. That's going to be said a lot. It's going to be said a lot at least this week. Robbie says Theory going to lose at a pay-per-view soon. Pico says I feel Theory needs a heater or some backup. And Robbie says D defo wants to see Banks. And Dunkel says bye, guys. Yes. All right, guys. Again, thank you guys, all of you hanging out with us tonight. We really do appreciate it. Hopefully you guys will join us again on Wednesday for AEW Dynamite. Whether you're a fan or not, just come hang out with us for, whatever happens, right? Anyways, you guys have a good start to your week, or continuation of the start to your week. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching Wrestling Gap. Bye-bye.
Bye.